All right, welcome into the table. As you can see my piece of collage art right here, we are now live streaming to Twitch and to YouTube for the first time ever. Well, we did one last night that was a test, but we were not on YouTube. We were just on Twitch and Facecrook, and Facecrook was a big hassle. And so we're going to leave that behind for now, and we're just going to focus on Twitch and YouTube. It makes the most sense. I wanted to show off my lady here. She's a shoe addict. She has a shoe shopping addiction, and I don't know I don't know what made me make her, but I just thought the colors were really fun. I recorded a long form video for this collage, but it's in my same software. I still record them in this software, and then anything at all. It's
Colleen Jacobs
there it goes.
Y9S said anything at all.
Perfect. Colleen said anything at all, and it popped up on the screen. So it is on the screen. It's not in my little chat bar right there. So that's kind of disappointing. I don't know. We'll mess with it later. We're not going to dive into, all the hassles of like the ins and outs and learning all the stuff about this. Is multicasting, multi-streaming, simulcast. I don't know what the name of it is. Either way, we're going off into two platforms right now. And while I'm talking about it, I'm going to go ahead and open, what is this again? Tell me how? Veranda. We're going to look at Veranda. We're going to look at Veranda here in a second. Veranda. I got to get to my profile. I'm going to get to my stream. Oh, and now I got to mute myself. There's not a big delay on Twitch. It's pretty cool, actually. Twitch is less delayy, something to look into. Maybe as we get bigger, we can get more active with the stream there. But we'll keep on doing what we're doing. We're on YouTube, we're on Twitch. It's pretty fun. Let me tell you about this, and I'll tell you about everything we're going to do in today's stream. It's going to be fun. We're going to do a bunch of stuff. Today is the first day that I'm going to start my schedule. This is my first day of my schedule in my streams. I want to be super consistent, and that's why I also want to try to simulcast, multi-stream across multiple platforms so I can be consistent with this. And, one platform might not be doing as well, then it's okay. I could still stream on the other one. So that's why I'm doing this. I wanted to do it more often. So to start with, Saturdays, Sundays, and Tuesdays, 4 p.m. Pacific time, to be specific. So whatever that means to you, however that time works out for you, it's 4 p.m. here on the West Coast, and that's when I'm going to be going live. I think I can make that work for now. I don't know, because like my working schedule and everything kind of changes and it varies. So it can vary any day. I can have to go and do stuff, and I could have to drive really, really far. So I don't really know if I'll make it back in time or if I'll have time to plan. I think if I start planning ahead of time, I usually make it back home by 4 because I have to usually leave kind of early. It really depends. Lots of driving. But I think this is one that I can keep up with for now, and then we can try to expand and do more and more, and maybe every day we'll stream and do really long streams and stuff like that. So it's something that I'm looking forward to, something that I'm looking into, and I just wanted to, not put all my eggs in one basket. So that's why we're off into another basket right now. I don't really know what that means. I don't know if like we're Easter egg hunting or something, but we want to make sure our eggs are safe, okay? We're, if they get crushed over here, they might not be crushed over there, you know what I'm saying? I do like my eggs scrambled, but sometimes I want an egg hard boiled, and I don't need it broken first. So we're gonna, you know what I mean. So we're gonna do lots of fun stuff. This lady, she's a shoe addict. She has a shoe addiction, shoe shopping addiction. So she needs her shine. She had a full video. The video was fun. The problem is I record my videos through this same software, and I forgot to mute the music. So it was fine. It sounded just like this. The problem is all like my dead air and stuff in there, I couldn't cut it out, because if I started cutting little chunks out of the video, then the music skipped and it sounded really weird and abrupt. Usually it'll just be me talking, and then I would cut all the air out and stuff and just like little parts and bring it together and just make a fun collage video that's not as long, and then put the music behind it. And so it's smooth that way. But when the music was already embedded into it, which is my fault, because in this platform, you can link it and have separate audios. So like the music's recorded on one audio track, and then the voice is on another audio track. And then when you go to mix it, you can, turn one up or down or whatever, or cut one out. And I should have done that. But then again, that's figuring out buttons again and sitting here doing that. And how much do I want to do that, and how much do I just want to get to create? And I know I can figure it out and do it really fast, but you know how it is, right? We just want to get stuff going. I want to get creative. I don't want to sit around and mess with all these buttons, figure out how to 2 hours. Took over 2 hours. I was looking at the clock last night after I was done with everything. Took over 2 hours to figure out how to make it go live on Facebook and on MySpace, on the my face, over on my face. Yeah, it was really a hassle, and it looks good. They did like a good archive thing with it, and what I'm finding out now is since I'm like, it's a creator page, they don't really let the chat go through a creator page. You have to have a like a business account page, and I don't really feel like growing a business page on FaceSpace Marketplace or just on FaceSpace. I don't really want to build one of those up. Kinda, I might have to start a true point of creation one. It makes sense, but do I really want to do it? I don't really know if I want to do it, so just gonna figure it out. Anyway, my lady here, she deserves some shine. I think she's a really cool collage. She's really fun. She's really bright. She's really funky. She has a shoe for a head, if you couldn't tell that. I just, thought I'd put that out there in case you couldn't see that. She has a shoe for a head, so you might not have noticed, but yeah, that's what's going on. She has a shoe shopping addiction, okay? That was the thought in my mind. That she buys too many shoes online, and then she's always returning them, and then that's why you get those shoes that look like somebody already wore them because she wore them and then she returned them. Gotta return them. That's why Amazon don't like any of us returning stuff anymore. Now we have to pay for it and stuff because of her, because she's always buying those shoes. You should stop buying your shoes on Amazon, girl. Nah, she shops somewhere nicer. Look, she's ready for that yacht life. You know what I'm saying? Like, she feels like she's ready for that yacht life. So I don't know, I really like her. I already cut her out, or not cut her out. I already got a good picture of her and then made the white, extended the white so I could put it as a print. This right here, she's big. She's pretty big. This is 11 by 17, so it's pretty tall. It's like posters. It's almost poster size, okay? 11 by 17, okay? I think that's what this is. But nice frame. She'd look really nice in a frame in a bathroom. I think white background is for her. It's bright. She's boat house. She's yacht house. You know what I'm saying? This needs to be hung up in somebody's house. I'm selling this someday. This is the original. I don't know if this paper right here, though, is acid-free paper. And she's not glued down or anything. I got some pictures of her, so I think some prints on like a really big canvas print. Really cool. Shameless plug. You can buy some of my art in canvas prints, and she will be one. You could also buy them in posters, and they're not very expensive for the posters or for the canvas prints, and it's a cool way to support the channel. Help me grow. Help me do this for real. And you could see the tip thing there too. We're not expecting much now, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going ahead and prepare for the future. You know what I'm saying? I already appreciate y'all showing up, so that's cool enough. That's cool enough. So I just wanted to show off my lady real quick. We're going to get into the video now. It doesn't look like the chat is popping up here, but I can see my YouTube chat to the side. I can see the Twitch chat over here on my phone. It looks like the Twitch chat is in my Streamlabs. I don't know why it's not showing that. We'll mess with it later because we're going to have a chat session. So I have a new plan for my live streams to make them nice and smooth and easy, and make it easy on me, make it so everyone understands what's happening as we grow. It doesn't, I've been very sporadic and random and just doing stuff, and that's fun. I just wanted to stream. So that's kind of part of it. I wanted to build a little bit of structure so it makes it easy for me. Oh, Lexi's here.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, Lexi. Thanks for stopping by. So it is working. It's reading it out loud. So as you can see, I got my text reader out louder. That's my text reader out louder. We're not going to do that all the time because what I know is it's going to get a little chaotic here. And so you'll see as things come through. Colleen saying hi to Lexi.
Hi, Lexi.
Oh, what? No, you didn't. You did not. You're not going to win this war, Lexi. You can't win this war. I told her not to pay for those magazines, and now she just hit the You know what? That's the first ever donation through that thing. Lexi just donated some cash. That's awesome. Thank you so much, Lexi. I've sent Lexi a bunch of magazines, and you know what? I was asking for that. I told her she's not going to pay me for that, and I kept like making jokes with her, and now she just got me back. Okay, it's war. You just said it. You know how much shipping that can get? I could feel, they have the USPS flat rate boxes. You didn't win. It's not a win.
Mexican Seagrove said, I just want it.
No, here's the thing. A USPS flat rate box is about $20, 20 something bucks. I could probably pack 2 of those for 40 bucks. I could pack 2. That's still not a porch full. We'll continue this war here soon. That's the first donation. Thank you so much, Lexi. I really appreciate you. I really appreciate you so much. Thanks for being a friend, Lexi. Thank you for stopping by too, Colleen. She was here early, so that was really cool. So back to what I was saying is, well, I'll deal with Lexi later. We're gonna deal with that later. Hopefully she comes up with some good ideas to help us out here with our collage. I'm sure she will. So I'm trying to build some structure. I think the structure will be where I got a schedule first off. Let's start with that. I know when you're going to show up, so you can kind of know when I'm going to show up. You could always go watch the archive videos on YouTube, so that's cool. They're also going to archive on Twitch as well, so you can archive them there on Twitch, and that's pretty fun. And I think they only last for a week on Twitch though, so I'd have to download it as like a VOD. My daughter knows, she's a Twitcher watcher, so she really likes streaming and doing stuff like that. So she's kind of telling me what I'm doing wrong and why I look stupid when I do the things that I do on there. But I'm figuring it all out, so it's pretty cool to get it going like that.
Graph said, that seems like a lot of math. It's probably not worth it. Just let me win.
Okay. You know what, Lexi, you're so awesome. I can let you win for now, but I'll definitely repay you one way or the other. It'll come back around, which I think is super cool about all this stuff. And that's what about the magazine, sending them to you. I know that it'll come back around one way or the other. And you're my first ever donator through my donation link. That's amazing. I get to see how it works now. That's amazing. You're not my first ever donator. I've had a couple people, they don't want to be named, they're anonymous, but they are super appreciated. And I wouldn't have this microphone right here if it wasn't for them. So thank you for that. Thank you, y'all. We'll have a members thing here in the future. And I know for some of you beginners, ride or diers from the starters, day oneers, for my day oneers, I think I'll be able to gift you a membership, so then you can you don't have to pay for the membership, and then you can be here, and there'll be special features to that. We're going to build up to that. We're not to that yet, but that's where the view time comes into play. Got to get the subscribers into play too, so there's some time to go through. Veranda. Anyway, back to the point. Veranda. Here's the structure. I want to kind of do them like this. Now, we're going to vary from the structure somewhat every time, but I think this works for my mind right now. What I was telling my mind is I was like, you know what? I'll put a schedule in play. We'll put a schedule in play so everyone kind of understands when I can be live. And you could always catch the replay, like I was saying. You can always comment on those, and they're still fun. They're cool. They're just like videos, so it's pretty awesome. Then we'll kind of warm it up with the starting soon screen, just get people in. Obviously, I jumped in really early today to just try to get it figured out, and I'm going to keep having to figure it out. Here in a little bit, I'll figure out why the chat is not showing up in my Streamlabs. I'm only seeing the Twitch chat, but I can see my YouTube chat to the side, so I guess that works, and it's going on the screen, and everyone in YouTube is seeing that. So Twitch is still seeing what's happening on YouTube because it pops on the screen. So that's all cool. That's working out great. After we talk, I think we'll go through one magazine. I'll pick one magazine. I have so many different variations of magazines, we'll go through one together and we'll just kind of look at it, flip through it, get some collage inspiration, and it'd be fun. Just kind of check them out. Veranda. You have a Veranda magazine? I'm not sure if I'm even saying that right. Veranda. So it's kind of a fancy magazine. This one is from October 2025. I actually have multiple of these. May have sent Lexi one. I thought I had 3 of them. I might have sent one to somebody. Someone might have got one of these Verandas from me. If not this issue, probably a different issue. But they're kind of cool. They're not super luxury, but they are kind of like interior design and kind of some luxury stuff. Kind of remind me of Town and Country or something like that. Kind of got that vibe to it. So let's flip through this, and then I'll tell you the schedule now. So what we'll do is we'll do this, then we'll jump into making a piece of collage art together. I'll give y'all some options of how we can bring the collage together and make it really cool. And it doesn't have to be perfect, and we don't have to finish it either. It can be like if we get stumped or we're just like, okay, we don't have the pieces needed, I could take note of the pieces needed and we'll bring it back in later and some other time. So there's no pressure for you or for me. Hold on, let me take a drink. Gotta take a drink of some water. I'm talking just nonstop. But That'll be easy. That'll be an easy, fun way to collage
Clean
together.
Jacobs Y9S said,
Cut it
cut
up. So we're not going to, so here's the schedule. Well, we are going to cut this up. There's some stuff in here to cut. I have 2 of them. We'll cut it up. So, but we're going to just look at this one today. If we see something really good, you shout it out and I could cut it out and we can do it in, you know, one of our next live streams and collage with it. I know there's some good stuff in here already. We're just going to look at it and kind of react and talk about collaging. Then we'll make a collage. Then I have a stack of magazines here to start cutting up, and that's how we'll finish it. We'll finish it with some chatting. We'll finish it with some cutting. But let's go ahead and flip through it. Veranda. Is it veranda? I could be saying that wrong. So it's a pretty magazine. I have multiple of these. I love this. I've seen this ad in many different magazines. Because these are, you know what these are? Perfect for eyes. Those are perfect for eyes. We would lose the cover, but I don't even care. I have 2 of these. I also have this ad somewhere else too. So these would be perfect for eyes. You could make any of these eyes as well too, bigger or smaller if you needed them. But I would cut all the way around this. One day, you know, some of these days I'll take the challenge on and you'll get to pick which crazy cutting stuff I'll do and I'll do it. Will it be perfect? Probably not, but we'll have fun doing it. So some interior design. Those blinds. Oh, here's a story. Here's a funny story for you. These Hunter Douglas ones or whatever these are, these ones, these blinds, they're so expensive. So expensive. I worked with this nonprofit music school and these people, I'll just go ahead and put it out there. They were the founders of Columbia Sportswear. And they started this music school, you know, as a nonprofit music school. My mic's not that high. Oh, okay. It was a nonprofit music school. But, you know, they kind of were rich people, you know what I'm saying? And so all this stuff inside of the music school, they really wanted it to be like super nice compared to the other music school that I helped build that was like super shoestring budget, you know what I'm saying? Really low. We just got all of our instruments from people donating them. We had to restring all the guitars and do all this stuff and clean up everything. This place, they bought everything brand new, built it brand new, donated millions and millions of dollars to make this place. But they got these blinds and they put these blinds from this company here into the place. And they were so expensive and it was just like, dude, what a waste. I mean, if you got them in your house and you're a baller, cool. I'm not saying it's a waste because I love it how they go downwards. That's my favorite. I love that because, you know, blinds always are like going up and then you always see down and see everyone there. I like to be able to bring the blinds down like that and you still get all the sunlight in, but anyone walking past is not just looking into your house. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty ridiculous. So I do like this style of blinds, but they're really expensive. Here comes the chat.
Lexic MC Graph said, I declare you have too much money if you're blowing it on fancy blinds.
Yes. And you know, it's funny, or it's not funny, it's kind of messed up actually in a way, is because it's a nonprofit for kids to take music lessons. And, you know, so the money shouldn't be going to fancy blinds. The money is donated there for a reason, to be, you know, to help to bring back music to kids that don't get to experience music. It's a nonprofit and that's the mission. Is they took all the music out of all the schools around here. So this was another way for the kids to experience music, so kids that are like low income can come here and take free music lessons. You know what I'm saying? So there's a mission there. It wasn't having fancy blinds. And you know what? Those always got messed up and stuff too. The reason why I know how expensive they are is I didn't know. I was the building manager for this building for a while, but I didn't have the numbers. You know what I'm saying? I did not have the numbers until one of them got messed up and I had to get them to replace it.
MC Graph said, just put up a really big piece of cardboard. Done.
Yep, or tinfoil. Just tinfoil the window. Looks like we're cooking something in there. Yeah, you could do something like that. Actually, over my big window, because it's so noisy, it's kind of silly, but I have curtains. You know, curtains are cheap from like Walmart or somewhere. You can get some cheap curtains, get them on Scamazon. But oh, and that's also what's funny is I bought a replacement because the one got messed up and it took forever for them to make it. And I got the quote for the cost and I had to take it back to like the executive director who didn't know how much they costed either. And we saw how much they costed and both of our jaws just dropped. But I went over to Walmart and I picked up one that looked almost exactly similar and just hung it up with no screws or nothing. It just locked into place. And I was like, dude, that thing costed like $10. But these is just outrageous. The price was outrageous. If you got the money and it's your house, okay, a little different story. Probably still wouldn't be wasting the money like that, but I guess if you got that much to burn, you got to spend it on something. But I got a replacement for them, and so much cheaper. But they are really expensive. I do like this style of blinds, but I don't know. It just blows my mind, people. And I had some more stuff to say, but now I'm off into another world. So let's keep on going. Just thought I'd tell you that story because it's, a part of my life. I have a whole bunch of other stories about that music school because I was the building manager there, and there are millions and millions of dollars in it. I'll tell you some more stories about that place in the future. They have a really nice mud room, I guess you call this. This is the cleanest mud room I ever seen. Her boots, she ain't been outside in those boots. Those are brand new boots. And the dog over here, he's like, man, are you gonna take me out already? Like, are you serious? I've been trapped inside all day with this kid. She's been riding me like a pony. Anyway, that dog's pretty cool. He's pretty cool. Here, so here we go. I would like this challenge. Like, this seems challenging to go and cut all around it, but once you got it out, it would look super clean. It's Van Cleef and Arpels. It's another Arpels one. You see them all the time in these jewelry magazines. Look, and sometimes you'll see how it's inspired. Like, it's inspired by like this kid story, or I guess the pirate ship. I don't know, all the birds. I don't know if that's what we got a nautical theme. It's a nautical theme. Those are ropes. That kind of looks like rope right there. So I could see the north, south. Right there's where I live. Northwest, top left corner up there, So always find me by using your compass. That's pretty. Lots of red. Lots of different, kind of like rug material. It's kind of like rug material. And then a nice dining room set. I don't know if y'all remember this. We did this in a live stream. We grabbed this out and made that girl and made her like a super villain hero. I called her like Loki's like sister or something. She's like Madam Mainspring. I think I named her Madam Mainspring. I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but that was a funny collage.
Lexicancy graph. Set. I don't think it'd be too bad to cut out. At least there aren't any danglers.
Yeah. It just cutting in between them. I think it would be fun. We should probably do that. I wonder what we'd do with it. We'll have to look. This pretty lady right here, I like her dress. It's nice. And then she has, no, those aren't pearls. Those are like gold circles. So I don't know what I'd do with that. I have tried to collage with this flame before. I see this one all the time in these type of magazines. And I never posted that short. It wasn't that bad. I like this one. I think I might have showed this. We might have flipped through this like very quickly when I was showing like some magazine hauls or something. But I like this, and I have this in multiple. But don't you think this is like flip it upside down and make somebody's like hair, or have them upside down and then it looks like their hair is dangling down, but it's kind of like a mop or something. It's for a case of emergencies. You know what I'm saying? Break the glass. It looks like a mop. I could be wrong. It's like a mop for the deck, but I do like the texture of the fabric, so it's really nice. It's pretty cool. Something cool we can make with that. Some artsy stuff, like someone's art gallery. Looks like they're like doing gold leaf to the frames. Oh, they're like restoration to the frames, so that's pretty cool. Just showing you what these are like. This girl, she looks like she's in like South Carolina or something. See, she's giving me those vibes. I don't know. Maybe it's Florida. Maybe it's Florida. I do like her earring here. Maybe this tells us. National Gallery of Art. Where's the National Gallery of Art? The National Gallery of Art. Washington, D.C. Have you ever been to the National Gallery of Art? That's crazy. I've never been there. Obviously, I've never been to Washington, D.C., so that might explain it. Might explain it. I would like to go there someday, so you can kind of see it right here, I guess. Is there more of it? Oh, the red coats are coming. The red coats are coming. I guess we kept one of their red coats, and we put it in our art gallery. I don't know if that's what's happening right here, but that looks like it's the art gallery right there. Are those cloves? I can't tell. It looks like a bunch of dried cloves right there. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. I do like these stones right here, so that's nice. These chairs are nice. If you can put horses and, you know, birds on your chairs too, you probably have too much money as well. I don't know if it's too much. You just have a lot more than I have. A lot more than I've ever had, so don't worry about that. I did make a collage with this advertisement once upon a time that I never showed or did, but I had them popping out of the pool. It was I forget her name, Dulipa or something like that. I think that's who I used, and I was trying to like redo the cover, but I guess that video just got lost in my videos. I guess I never posted that one. I did a cover, reimagined cover challenge, which I'm gonna do some more of those here in the future by popular demand. Back by popular demand. Had at least one person tell me. That was Colleen. You know what? Speaking of that, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna let me find something cool for you to look at, because I had something to show you. I forgot about that. I gotta do that real quick. 1 sec.
Alexa MC Graph said, "Wait, really? I was just thinking that Malt bit was kind of reminiscent of those white colonial wigs, and then a red coat pops up." Alexa MC Graph said, "I think I know too much."
Yeah, that's funny. You're seeing the future here too as well. Can you see this future? I don't want to pull everything out. Check this out. This is Colleen's collage she sent me. She said I could show it to y'all. Let me set the magazine. We'll get back to that in a minute. This is her dishwasher collage. Look at that cat. My daughter loves the cat. She just loves this cat. And it's so funny if you look at this collage. This is the one Colleen made. So, you know, she sent me this. It's on a really nice piece of paper. But there's a taco. There's a taco in the dishwasher. And how did you get those in there? Like, how was there space? Watch out for that fire extinguisher. That thing might blow up. You put it in the hot dishwasher. You could wash the rims in the dishwasher. Maybe the shoes, but I wouldn't use that fire extinguisher in the dishwasher. Or the taco. Taco might make a big mess. Can I show it to you from down here? It's really bright. This is a really nice paper too that it's printed on. So this is one of Colleen's prints. I want to get a frame for it, but I haven't had a chance. I'll probably get one from IKEA. Well, I mean, it probably would go good in a nice vintage frame. There's a wrench down there. There's a wrench down there. It's just so funny. It's like funny how they fit in between like the plates. Like, I don't know how that happened.
Oh my gosh, Fearful Face is magical.
Yeah, look at the cat. He's so funny. His paw's right over the edge of this. So it's so funny. I wanted to show this, and she said I could. She gave me permission to show it off. So I have permission to show Colleen's collage. Let me scoot up again. I just really love this one. She showed it to me a while back, and I kept bugging her, and she finally sent it to me. Now I need to get a picture frame for it. I'm gonna hang it on my wall. I kind of wish it was like, we need to get it in like a smaller thing, Colleen, get it on like a magnet, and then like you can flip it over when your dishes are done. Like, this would be perfect, because you know how nobody knows when the dishes are clean or they're dirty. You can maybe have one that says clean and then flip it over and it says dirty or something like that. It'd be fun. It's something like that would be really fun to put on dishwashers, because I tell you what, that's a big thing. My sink always fills up with dishes because my daughter's like, I didn't know if they were clean or dirty. I'm like, look at them. You can tell if it's clean or dirty. Right now they need to run and they're all dirty. But something like that would be cool. But I'm going to put this on the wall. I'm going to frame this up and put it in a wall. I have a couple other ones, and I'll probably share them here periodically of some of Colleen's collages because they're fun. She also gave me some pieces of some like color wheel things that she made, and we're going to try to collage with those here in the future as well. But she told me I could share this with y'all, and so I figured I'd share it with y'all. So thank you, Colleen. I appreciate you sending me this collage. My daughter really loves it. My daughter has a thing for cats. Tell Billy we said hi. Tell Billy that we said hi too. All right, so we're gonna make another fun one here in a second. Let's flip through this real quick so we can keep on going and see what else is in here. That one's pretty cool with the swans. What is happening? Look at these guys. They're chefs. Are they bakers or are they florists? I'm not sure. Those flowers. But these guys. Look at his big pot. What are you cooking that? It's pasta. He cooks pizza. Lots of matzo pizza. Pasta. I don't know, but they just kind of have a weird stance to me or something about them. Something about those guys. We should collage with them, don't you think? I like their copper pans. It's copper, it's safe, it's none of that, you know, stick free or whatever it's called. That's crazy. I could never cut that out. I mean, I could, but I don't really want to cut that out. So, you know, they got a tiger on the floor of their house. I mean, they might have too much money too. I don't know if they do or not, but it kind of seems like it. They got a nice little chair thing too with the overhang on it. There was one thing that was funny in here that I saw because I just kind of thumbed through, you know, flipped through real fast, and I saw this picture. I gotta show it to you, and then we'll get on to some collage. And there's some nice rugs, some really nice rugs there. Oh, that's from my I used this, but then see, here's the thing is I even showed it to Colleen where I had the ballet dancers inside this, flipped upside down, and they're standing inside this. But then that color was just like a little off from the other creamish color, so I went and cut that out, and I just used the gold outline.
At Colleen Jacobs -Y9S said, yes, cut the chefs out.
Cut the chefs out. Check it out. What we can do here, because I told y'all we could remember things and we can forget things too. You know what I'm saying? So I have a blade right here. We're gonna use this blade here in a minute. So there we go. Got the chefs. We will make a collage with them here in the near future. So coming soon to a live stream near you. Let's get back to where we were. I made a collage with it. I should do like a quick video to show what I made for Fabulage. Sure, I'm saying that wrong, but I don't really give a care. That's just how I like to say it in my brain. This guy. I mean, that's a painting. I don't know if it's a guy's house and he wants to like have a body like that, or it's a girl's house and she wants to have his body like that. I'm not really sure, but it's interesting. Maybe it's his grandpappy. Oh, it's a dude right here. Here's the dude. Well, maybe he's just the guy who hangs the picture frames. There he is again. He might be the one designing the house. All the plates on the wall, or bowls. They're bowls on the wall. But I gotta get to the picture before I, you know, run out of magazine here. I know it's in here. These big leaves, I've thought about this. I feel like I've looked at this before. I've seen this ad before, but those are good eyes too. Those two leaves, they'd be really good eyes. They're like gold leaves. Get it? They're gold leaves, but they're gold leaf. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, good one. Ooh, I really like that. I really like that. You see that? Sorry, I have to bump the mic sometimes to bring this up to you. I could do this like little hand gesture thing, like something like that, and it makes the camera zoom in, but I don't really want to set it up because you know me and my hands, then all of a sudden it's going to be like zooming in and zooming out and acting all weird. So just because I did this or whatever the hand gesture is, so I'm gonna stop doing that now. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Here it is. Look at the living room. I just want to know, is that like, you know, Rocky or is it Rambo? Which one's Rocky? Which one's Rambo? I think this is his house. I actually think this is his house because I think I saw him in here. Because if it's not your house, you know, what are you doing? What are you doing? Is it, I don't know. He kind of looks like a young Rocky. He kind of looks like an old Rambo. I don't remember Rambo having such, you know, such facial hair, but it's interesting. If it ain't his house, then it's kind of weird. Stallone. Yes. Okay. This is Stallone. Yeah. See, there he is. There's his family right there. He's got some pretty daughters. You probably don't want to cheat on him or anything because he might come busting in like Rambo on you or something. Why do they all have a dog? Each daughter has a dog. You ain't gonna have a boyfriend, girl. Each of you gets a dog. You can have a boyfriend. No one wants to date me, Dad. Well, probably because I'm Rambo, and I'll come. They're all intimidated by their dad, by his dad. But they all got a dog, so I guess that works in today's world. Looks like they have a nice... Oh, they got a cat. They got a cat, too. You see their cat? He's chilling. He's just chilling up there. He's trying to stay away from all the dogs. He's like, I ain't going down there. I'm gonna stay up here. There's his gym. Looks pretty nice. Let's say he stays in shape. Get ready for the next movie. The next Expendables. Or is that what that movie's called? Expendables 8. All the superheroes where they just come together. Those are kind of funny movies. I've seen maybe 2 of them or something. They're kind of funny. Really nice house. These have like really nice, you know, designs in their house.
And Colleen Jacobs -Y9S said, "What year is this? He doesn't look like THT anymore."
What year is it? This is 2025. You know, the Botox and stuff. No, September, October 2025. So just last year, not even a year old. I thought this one was pretty new. It's pretty new issue. So yeah, I think we passed. Oh, the stakes. I think we passed the rest of his house, though. I think we're into somebody else's house now. We're in a different living room now. But anyway, they got a bunch of artsy houses back here, a bunch of home decor and design. I do like home decor and design. I also want to grab some stuff for, like, you know, collaging and things. Hey, those were those chandeliers in real life, though. That's what it looks like in real life. The other one's an ad. That's what it looks like hanging down your hallway. I guess that's a hallway. That's like my apartment now. That's huge. Why you got all those hands on your desk? I keep hitting the mic. It's kind of weird. I kind of feel like, you know, Night of the Living Dead or something. They're all coming out of the ground on me. I've been working too hard. All of a sudden the zombies are coming after me. Anyway, really cool houses, really cool designs, and kind of inspiration. I like that kind of stuff for looking at magazines. Rolex. This live stream is not sponsored by Rolex. Although it should be sponsored by Rolex, you can keep time with Rolex. You'll always be on time if you have Rolex. It's a perfect gift to get your husband, perfect gift to get your man. Even she wants a Rolex. Everyone should have a Rolex because it's classic timepiece. Forget one of those Apple watches. Those things are leaking radiation into your arm. You should get a Rolex. This video is not sponsored by Rolex, but eventually we'll get us some sponsors, and then they'll get to be on my streams forever. So, if whether they want to or not, it's up to them. We'll see. We're working on it. We'll get it to where we can make a living off of this somehow. Now, collage art, collage art, collage art. Let me scoot up. Y'all remember this girl? You seen her in the thumbnail, maybe. Well, there's no thumbnail on Twitch, but there's a thumbnail on YouTube. So I put the thumbnail on YouTube, and I use this little girl. We talked about doing this. She's mischievous. Oh, why is it? It's getting all grainy or something on the picture. That might be the light. I have the lights pointed in a weird direction now, so it's kind of not shining directly down, but it's still lighting the area up. I don't know if it's, we're still messing with things. She's supposed to be choking one of these. We're supposed to take it and put that on her neck was the idea. She's grabbing them. I don't know if we can make that work. Make sure that's working. That was the idea. So if you, I don't know if you're here for that live stream or not, but that was the idea. Then I found this little television, and it's kind of funny. And we can maybe put her inside the television. Let's do one thing at a time to see if we can actually even do this. So we have a duck here. It probably would have been funnier if it was a chicken, because the chicken was getting choked. You know, she's just carrying him, okay? She's not mischievous at all. You can't see it in her face. So let's go ahead and start collaging. We're going to start collaging here. Should I record it? Should I record it? No, I don't want to overload my stream. I could hit record and then have a high quality video of this and then make it a short, but I don't need to. I can download the live stream. It's just not as good a quality if I recorded it. So, yeah, no. So I don't know if I have all the pieces, what we need, but I'm going to want your help to see if this fits or not and if it works. And we're just having fun anyway. We're just chilling out. It's the weekend. I don't know. Some people, it's not the weekend for them. They're still working. I had to work today. And that's why I wonder if like I'll be able to make these happen all the time. But I was made it home with plenty of time to grab a sandwich and drink like half a soda pop. Do y'all call it pop? Out here we call them pop. You want pop? People are saying that on the East Coast, and they're like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I was gonna drink a pop. And they're like, we call it soda. I'm like, okay, same difference, right? It's a soda pop. Anyway, this girl here, she has a little tennis shoe thing on. Is that, I don't know if that's a shoe. That's just her like little hair tie there. Kind of wish I had something for her head. That would be funny, you know, like a hat or something. We'll see. I have some random stuff we can dig into, but I don't really know what's what right now. I was trying to figure it out. I'm trying to organize. We are working on organization around here. It is prioritize. It's a prioritize. Let me just cut around here real quick, and we will move on from there and try to make a little collage out of her. She's fun. She's funny. This is not high fashion. You know, I try to do those high fashion. You saw my girl with the shoe for a head. I don't know if you noticed, but she has a shoe for a head. So, you know, maybe if you look closer at it, you'll realize that her head's a shoe. And it's cool. I don't know. It's not for everyone. It's not for everyone. No piece of art is for everyone. So that's something to remember as an artist. Myself, I'll tell it to myself, but anybody else who's making stuff, it's like, you know, you can't please everybody. It's only going to hang in one person's house. I guess if it's a print.
Said, I say soda pop. That way everybody is happy.
Yeah, there you go. Soda pop. I should take a drink of mine. I think it kind of messes with my throat. You can probably hear it sometimes when I'm talking with it. You can tell if I've drank a soda pop or just a pop or a soda. When it kind of puts a film in my throat, which I know it's not the best. Like I say, I'm trying to eat better, but at the same time, I'm not trying to be perfect either. And it's kind of a thing of like, okay, I fix some things, but I can't fix everything, or I can, but I'm not going to do it all at once. So I still drink soda pop every now and then. There for a while, I didn't drink pop at all. I didn't drink it for a couple years, but I don't know. Maybe it's the live streaming. Like, I need a soda pop so I can go and get my energy up, and then I'll go do a caffeine crash or something here in a bit. Was it Colleen that doesn't drink coffee? Who was it that didn't drink coffee? It was Colleen, I believe. We're gonna have to get you some coffee. I guess you can get caffeine in many different ways. But I drive and I'll come back and eat a sandwich, and then I had a soda pop. Okay, I think I got her out. Where did I? Let me cut her. How am I gonna cut her dress here? She's so funny. Her face is so funny. I don't want to give it a drip. I mean, I kind of want to, but it don't make sense for this.
Green Jacobs Y9S said, yeah.
Yep, Colleen doesn't drink coffee, but I might send her a box of Folgers. No, don't drink Folgers. That stuff's gross. Unless they're sponsoring the channel. This channel is sponsored by Folgers. The best part of waking up is some Folgers in your cup. I'd prefer to get some better coffee. I actually been drinking, I think it's called Bulletproof coffee, and it's tested for mold and stuff, since it's all, you get bougie or something. I'm not bougie, I just don't want to drink mold, you know what I mean? So a lot of coffee in the United States has mold in it. If you didn't know that, I'm not going to push it on to you, okay? I'm just, been falling down the, TikTok creator, healthy creator thing, which I have found out that Target is like our new health food store. If you want to get some healthy food, Target's trying to get some business back after all that stuff they had a couple years ago. And they figured it out. They figured out, hey, those crunchy moms, they know that they know what they want. They want that stuff that's healthy for their kids and with low ingredients. And so you can find that stuff at Target. I actually walked into Target today to get some bread that doesn't have that enhanced, the enhanced flour or whatever in it, because we needed that. Okay, the duck. I don't know, because her hands kind of... Her hand's kind of small. Maybe we can cut the duck in because then it looks like the fur is kind of getting it. And I'll bring it up closer to y'all here in a second. Let me cut out this guy right here, this duck here, and because he's even bigger than those guys are in the back. We could still use some of these other ones, you know. How many ducks does one need? Not really sure. Unless you're like a duck farmer or something, I guess you need a lot of ducks. I don't know why you'd farm ducks. I guess people eat ducks. I think I've had duck once or twice. Thinking about it. Maybe twice. Yeah. It was pretty good. It was different. Tasted different. It didn't taste like chicken. Everything doesn't always taste like chicken. Okay, I can't see the other duck's foot. It's kind of in the shadows down here. I'm guessing it kind of seems like it's that duck's foot, but you know, we'll just pretend the day I made it and that their hands are all messed up. His feet got weird feet. It's platypus. I can't really see it, so maybe we're gonna have to do something. Oh wait, the TV, because it'll be inside the TV hopefully, so then you wouldn't see the bottom legs. See, I was thinking ahead of time. I thought of something and I'm glad I remembered it. You know, I was starting to look at doing these live streams like this and I was like, well, I need some collage ideas. I didn't have many. I mean, I used to lay them all out and get them all ready. There are a bunch and they're divided. They're just stale. They're old, and so I'm like, well, I don't want to do that now, or I don't even remember what my idea was, so I have to redo all of that and come up with some collage. But we can come up with them together. We got these chefs, so maybe before we leave here, we're gonna cut up some magazines together, and maybe we can find some stuff to do with those chefs, and then we can come back tomorrow or on Thursday or Tuesday, whatever the schedule is, and you know, collage some different stuff and make the ideas together, come up with them together. Be nice and fun. But for now, you know, I have some more fashionistas that need to be done up, but I guess save that for something else.
Said, have you ever used Strathmore postcards for collaging?
No, I haven't actually. There are some really cool ones. I just saw this lady. That's funny you say that because I just saw, I don't know, I need to stop. But I have a habit of getting on the face-based marketplace and just saying, what's free? Like, what's for free? What's for free? But more like free magazines is what I'm looking for. But I saw some lady, she was giving away a whole box of there were some postcards in there, but there were also travel, not manuals. They were like travel brochures. She had a big old box full of all this stuff. She's like, it's free. And I looked at it, you can't really see because they're all thrown in a box and stuff. I'm like, I really want to see it before I drive all the way over there, you know. It's a long way. I could have got it earlier because I did have to drive over there. And sometimes that's how I get stuff, is I'm like, I know I'm going to be in that neighborhood, so I look online, and if people are giving away free stuff in that area, I'm just like, I'll be over there, you know, 12 p.m. tomorrow. I could swing by and pick it up. Sometimes people leave it on their porch and stuff. But I haven't done that. I did see that today. It's just kind of funny you said that because I thought about it. It crossed my mind. I'm like, you know, I bet there's some pretty stuff in there, some cool stuff. Here's a fun fact for you. My mom used to love taking pictures. She really loved taking pictures everywhere we travel and stuff. And so she do love photography, and she used to put them in postcards, and she would sell the postcards. She had them all legit printed out and stuff, and not something that really crossed my mind until just recently that she used to do that. She had the postcards in storage, and it's funny because I wonder if she took some inspiration from me, maybe.
Colleen Jacobs Y9S said, there for multimedia.
Yeah, she might have took some inspiration from me. Is that I would put music all around in it's consignment. I would put them on consignment. I wonder if she was consigning her postcards and stuff too, because that's something you could do with your art. And I used to do it with music all the time, so I know it's possible. I know that you can really get your music. Well, that was for music, but you could get your art out there. So these are things that I've been thinking about because now I'm coming at it from a whole different aspect of life, when it used to be all about music for me. But you know, it could be for art. You can get your prints out into different stores. The one lady that I came across, uh-oh, it's gonna get real tight right here. And I really hope I don't cut this off. Give me 1 second here. And try to disconnect her thumb without cutting the rest of her hand off. Okay. I think I did it. The one connection that I was talking about, that I met that lady and she does home decor. That was that could be a really good connection for something if you're trying to get your art out there. Is a cool way. I keep thinking about it now. I'm like, dude, you got to have the prints and stuff. But if you had the prints and can put them in the frames, you could just let her borrow them. She the funny thing is she told me her whole situation. She told me she knows a local artist. He'll customize art for her, and then he leases it to her. And then once it's all over, so she pays him, but the art's customized to what she wants. So that's kind of cool. That's probably why she pays him. But she pays him, he makes it. And then once the home sells or whatever, she gives it back to him. And he gets the payment for the lease of the art piece. But also, she puts a little QR code under the art so people who are shopping the house can scan the QR code and buy that piece of art on their own. So it's kind of cool. But I was thinking in a different way. I'm like, why, you know, it's not custom. Didn't make it custom for you. You could make it custom for somebody like that. But you could, we'll fix her hand up in a little bit. You could just print a bunch, have a bunch, make a connection with somebody like that, and then do the QR code, say, you don't need to pay me, just put them in it. And it's kind of like having your own little gallery, your own gallery of houses where people are walking through. Because I work in real estate, I know that, you know, open houses are a big thing, and people are walking through the open houses, especially all the staged houses. And they look really nice, and they could really make it pop with like some collage art or any kind of art on the wall. And if you put your art on the wall and they're willing to put it up there, they need more stuff to hang on the walls. You know what I'm saying? They're in desperate need of stuff to hang on the walls. Even if you were like really ambitious, you could say, I'll come and hang it up for you. I got a whole bunch of art. I'll hang it all up. I'll put my own QR codes up. Just tell me the address, you know, tell me when. And then you got your place where people will see it. You know, it's hard for artists. You know I see all these things. I'm pretty new to it all, you know, but I know the struggle. You know, I know the struggle, especially I've been through it with music.
Y9S said, OMG, this little girl is funny.
Yeah, she is. It's working out. I think we just need to like tune her up just a tad and just cut this TV out too, and we'll just try to make it work here. I need to get some more feedback. So that's the thing, is I'm going to get some feedback from y'all, and we'll do that here in a minute too. Because I want to create together. I don't want to just create by myself. But this was what was on the table. We need to start compiling some stuff that we can create. Or I need to build some collage ideas with options, which this is all, you know, I'm getting it all figured out. But that's going to be the goal here in the future. I'm going to have super options for y'all. Be like this TV or that TV, this color or that color. And, you know, should we have flowers? No flowers, which we'll get to here in a second, because I do have some flowers. For the people who don't like flowers, sorry for you. Wake up and smell the flowers. Or birds. It's birds. Sorry, not flowers. It's birds. People who don't like birds. I don't think I have birds today, but I will have some birds. Big bird, blue bird, red robin. I don't know. Okay, sorry, dude. I'm gonna cut this guy out. He's kind of funny. He's hugging his house some money. But, oh, you know, he has his teeth. I was going to say it looks like he's missing his teeth, but he has his teeth. It's on channel 3. I don't know if you ever tune into channel 3, but yeah, me neither. But we're going to cut him out, and something new is going to be on channel 3. I do have a chicken somewhere, but it's too big. And I think we don't want to go down the route. She's just a little kid. If it was like an adult, maybe we could go down the chicken route, but it's a little duckling. Go Go ahead and cut around the TV because we're trying to frame her. I forgot. That's why I didn't need to cut the little wave on her dress too. You know, you get ideas and then you forget about them 2 minutes later. I just threw this on the table this morning. I'm like, we got to make a collage somehow. And I've been stuck at looking. I have a bunch of other stuff. I guess we can make another collage if you want. I have some other stuff laying around. But we're going to flip through some magazines to cut some stuff up so we can find some stuff and collage off the cuff. Off the cuff. Here's this guy. Let me show him to you. I don't know if you need him. If you need him in your life, I understand his house of money, but I don't need him. I have this picture. I just thought it was funny. It was just laying there. You know what they're doing. But it's pretty goofy. It's a goofy version. Look at his little hand. You know what they say about people with little hands? He's got little feet. Put him to the side. So here's some flowers, right? Let me just do this and you tell me yes or no. So I have some scissors. So this is I know I need to get more, we need more interaction. We need more options. I got the options right here. Let me just cut around these flowers. And they're little cute flowers. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. They got a bunch of you know the edges. And then it's me here. I would have just kind of cut around them. I almost just started cutting around them like a crazy man, but you know what I have to do. I gotta keep the detail. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. Anyway, forget all the stuff I was talking about. I gotta switch topics again, but we were talking about postcards and stuff, about how to get your art out there. I don't know, I'm just saying stuff. These are just ideas. I've never actually done it, but I always want to share my ideas with other people because maybe they can help them. And who knows if I'll even go and do it. And there's probably enough room for us all to do it, so it doesn't really matter. It's not like some of my other ideas I can't tell you about. I have some really big business ideas that it's weird because I have ideas that are really big. And it's like, how would I even make that happen? But somehow, God put that in my brain for a reason. And it's there in my brain. And it's really good and can really help people out. But it's really fun and interesting, but it's I do not have the means to make that happen, but maybe one day I will. So I'll just keep it there, and I think about it from time to time of that'd be a really fun idea, really good. I have multiple ones, but it also, some of them I can tell they're meant for different stages of my life. I can tell that one of them seems like it probably should have been 20 years ago, but it's meant for a stage of my life. But one of them I can tell is meant for a later stage in my life where it's a really big idea and it'd be really cool for people and it would bring people together, but I would also get a lot of good benefits out of it as well. First off, by having a really cool business. But, someday I'll probably meet the right people, and this could be a step in the right direction of meeting the right connections of people that want to start a business and they may not have the ideas. That's the thing. I could tell people my ideas, some of them, and they wouldn't even be able to do it. It's fine. I could tell it to you, but good luck making it happen because it's all in my head. I'm the one who would make it work. It's going to need me if it's going to be successful. You can't do it without me type of business. But lots of little ones, lots of cool. That's the other thing is either they're really big or they're kind of too small. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if it's too small, but you could go, and I was thinking about it with the magazine order forms that fall out of the magazines, is you could go make collages on the back of those and sell those as they are. You could also make postcards. I guess that's not too little of an idea, but that print that Lexi's collage that she made, that's the one that I always go back to that she made. It's really cool. That thing could be turned into a card that's sold of what would you call it? I mean, it depends on, but you could get some text or something on it. It can be a birthday or Mother's Day card or some kind of card like that. And I know there's tons of business in that stuff. I think it's just making it for the stupid people, and I don't mean to be mean about it, but people just rush in, especially dudes, just rush in. I need something for my wife's anniversary. So it just needs to be simple. It needs to say it's for an anniversary. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it just has to have like a loving quote on it, and they read it and they like it, and that's it. You got to make it for the stupid people that just don't are not really art appreciators. It just looks really good, and then it has a really good meaning on it, so they'll buy it that way. And then getting it out in the stores, and it seems like it's impossible, but really it's all about grinding hard. Like, you can do it. So I'll tell you this from music. When I worked in, or when I would help promote concerts or produce music, because I'd run a recording studio out of my house all the time, and I had lots of local musicians, and we would always try all different types of things. I told y'all about my poster story the last time, about the cops coming after me for spray glue and the posters on the poles. Came after me. But how we'd get our music, because no one would distribute our music, and I used to think, oh, we need a distribution deal for the music, and nope, you could just go into each individual store and they'll hold it on consignment, and then if it sells, they'll take a cut and you'll take a cut. And they actually like that. They made a lot. I made a lot of money. They made a lot of money from just getting that extra money on top. You know, I'd give it to them for $7. They'd sell it for $12.99 or something. They keep the difference. And especially the local shops, like, they love that. And I used to go around with, you know, a lot of the local musician buddies I had, and we would put a bunch of CDs on commission in all these stores. And they're just like local record stores, or you could think of it like that. You could even go into the mall and places like that. You just talk to the manager and they'll do it. Like, they would do it. So now it would just be like, talk to your local shop, your tourism gift shop. Like right here, I live in Troutdale, so there's a bunch of like old town. It's like an old western town as you go to the downtown. It's the gateway to the gorge. I live in the Columbia River Gorge, if you didn't know that. The foothills of the Cascade Mountain Range. But there's big signs. It's like gateway to the gorge. It's like an old western downtown. There's a lot of gift shops down there for all the tourists to come in, because Multnomah Falls is the #1 tourist destination in Oregon, and it's super beautiful. But that's like the gateway spot. Anyone coming from far away, they would come through there, and they could get off right there. You could go talk to those shops. I could go talk to those shops and say, hey, put all my cards in there. You know what I'm saying? And they would put them on consignment. And if they sold, they sold. And so I don't know. This girl, her eyes, though, like, her eyes are funny. I don't know if we wanted to cover her eyes. So here's where we need ya. Actually, we have multiple choices here. Here's the multiple choice question. I thought she'd be like poking out of this television just to kind of give it a little something. Oh man, we gotta tape him in there or something. Don't let go of your duck. Don't let go of the duck, okay? You hold him tight. Okay, she's got him tight. We could cut the duck's feet off maybe right there. See, we didn't need the duck's feet after all. He's not liking this. He's not liking this. Okay, we got the girl here. Here's the first one. Do you like purple? Do you like black? Or do you like pink? Let's and then I also have background, so I was thinking, like, since this is kind of funny, like, we could cut that out for like the back of just the TV. So now you can pretty much tell me what you want to do. Like, do we want to have no background behind the TV, have this like little farm town or something in the background of just the television, and then we can cut around the television and have her and the duck popping out of the television, but you can maybe still see the farm town? There's like a little, there you could see the barn and stuff over there. Make it where you can see the barn and the other animals, so it looks like she's in a little farm town. Do we like that? Do we like that? And then I was thinking, like, you could cover her eyes if you wanted to cover her eyes. Maybe, maybe not. Do I need to bring her closer? I probably need to bring her closer. I don't know about the eye thing. We could put these in her hair or something. I don't know. Let me see.
And Colleen Jacobs -Y9S said, love the background smiling face.
Okay, so we could do the background there. We could keep her in the background. Unless Lexi jumps in and overrides you. No, I'm joking. Let me take a drink of pop. I got a soda pop. Give me 1 second. It's probably going to put a film in my throat. It's probably not the best for talking, but give me some energy or something. Gulp, gulp. Take a big gulp. So how am I going to cut that out?
At Lexicemc Graph said, I like it with the background. It looks so sunny and happy, so it's a nice juxtaposition with this most violent scene.
Yeah, it's not violent. She's just taking her pet. You know how they pick up cats? How cat moms pick up their cats? I don't know. We'll try to get it right here. Okay, first step. What is the first step? I think if I look at this, you can see the farm if she was here. And there's like some people with the cars back there and the horses. So I think right there is the edge of that. So go ahead and go, girl, for a second. There's some more farming stuff happening. Okay.
At Colleen Jacobs Y9S said, ha 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 Lexi.
It is kind of funny, huh? Right here. I'm gonna do a little. Oh, I need a longer piece of tape. Deploy the washi tape. I don't know why I'd use washi tape. I got some more washi tape, but this helps because then I'm just gonna hold it into place, like, so I could still see a little bit of that. I could still see some of the barn and stuff. And then I bent the little tab so I could pull it off without ruining anything. I just kind of need to get to know where this is going to be at. So I'm going to go cut around it. And then I may need to tune it up a little bit, but let me just kind of get the rough outline of it. Oh, shoot. Oh, shucks. I'm cutting into the paper. I have more. Or I don't know if I ruined that or not, but I started feeling it being like thick. I'm like, oh, this paper got thick all of a sudden. It's probably because you're cutting through your backing board. You know, I've kind of been all over the place lately. So it doesn't surprise me much. Doesn't surprise me much at all.
Colleen Jacobs Y9S said, I wouldn't cover her eyes. What do you think, Lexi?
Yeah, what do you think? Because her eyes do really tell like a story. The eyes tell a story if you look deep into the eyes. I think I might have ruined our backing board. I'll have to grab another one. I don't think people are going to see it, but it's alright. We're going to just go ahead and try. Just cut around this. We're having a fun time on the farm. It's all good fun on the farm.
At Lexicemc Graph said, I tried out the washi tape trick today. I like it, though I learned you've got to be careful with some papers. It pulled the ink right off the restoration hardware image.
Oh no. Yeah, you gotta watch out. I think even putting it down like not that hard.
Said, definitely keep the eyes. Her expression is what makes her special.
Yeah, I think you're both right. But I'm having troubles here. Let's see. I don't even need it to be that close to the edge. That's why I thought I could cut under it a little bit. So let me see if it's poking out at all. It doesn't appear to, but it would actually probably help me out a bit if it wasn't, because then I could tape it. Washi tape to the rescue. Let's just trim this off just a tad. Just a smidgen. And then up here, how thick is that? I guess I could kind of see from right there. So I'm just gonna, well, I really hope I didn't cut too much. Trim, trim, trim. Trimmy, trim, trim. The only reason why I did that is so then I can just take the washi tape, right? And just go sticky, sticky. I'm not that picky. I have my favorite magazines coming up, Lexi. They're my favorite, if you remember. They're absolutely not my favorite. And that's why I'm taking a razor blade to them shortly. I wonder if you can guess which ones they are. Okay. Oh wait, yeah, there's that piece. Okay, be careful. Like Lexi said, we'll be careful. Okay, it's just very glossy paper, so no worries on there. I think you're right though. If it was a different kind of paper, that could, yeah, do some off. Plus my washi tape sucks, so there's that. That's kind of playing into the factor. I kept a little piece of it, try to reuse as much as I can. Make it last, even though they sent me a whole bunch. So I think you can see her hand, which I like. I would kind of like to see her hand more, but I don't think I can do that. Oh man. Oh shucks. I need a thinner piece of washi tape. I had her in a really good spot too. Oops, sorry about that. Readjust. Adjusting. Readjusting. Connecting to the live stream. Okay, I got her. Here she is.
Lexicancy Graph said, least favorite. I can only think of the stinky ones, but surely you've thrown those away already.
Yeah, the stinky ones. Nope. The least favorite. We're gonna cut them up here in a second. I have some of those to the side. So, not least favorite. Come on, you know, I have leaster favoriters that are leaster than the favorites of my favorite least ones. So they're not that. They're just, you know, there's some good pictures in there. It's just, you know, full of propaganda. I wouldn't read one of those. She's like, it's just, how many lies can you tell me in one thing? I don't know. I don't want to hear it. It's just kind of funny.
At Colleen Jacobs Y9S said, she could hold the flower in the left hand and the duck's neck in the other. She's ornery.
Yes. So, good call. I have these flowers that were from our live stream. Is it too big? Which one would it be? This one? Because then it kind of loops over. How about I show that one? I'll do that one. I have a couple more up here. And yeah, she is ornery. That sounds like her name or something. The name of the collage. She's ornery. These are cool little flowers. We could make a flower thing too. This one seems like it's pointing in the right direction. There's no backing board behind it, is there? No? Okay. Just cut this out real quick. This is some thicker paper here. I don't know where this came from. Something, I think we were actually, this was from a live stream or something, and we're like, yeah, put this to the side. I actually probably could have just made a collage just with this.
Lexicancy Graph said, now I will hit you back with a washi tape trick. Put a strip out of the little used part of the cutting mat. Then you can cut off the perfect size pieces with T or Zacto as needed.
Oh, yes. There you go. Thank you. See, we can all learn from each other too. You guys can learn from my mistakes, and then I can learn from your tips. Yes, because then I can slice it. And I can make it really thin then. Ooh, I can make really thin strips. I like that idea. Thank you. And what I could do is then just take the tip of it and get it up. So if it was kind of stuck to the mat, that's a good idea. I really like that. Especially for those thin ones, because I always try to rip it and then it gets ripped all weird. And, you know, doesn't always work out. Sometimes it'll leave a bump behind it because I kind of ruffled up my tape. But I can make some really cool thin strips that way. Like that. I think that that's what's cool about our community too, is that we can all kind of learn from each other. And like I said, I mean, sometimes you got to learn the hard way, so might as well watch me learn the hard way. That's why I want to do more experimental collage videos. My girl with the shoe head, she's just an experiment. I was just experimenting. I did that on funsies. I did that on funsies just because I wanted to play around, and I was like, I just want to see, you know, she needs a different head. These shoes match. Let's let's give her a shoe head. What would it look like? And so that's what it looked like. Do you like it or not? That's kind of the thing with those. So I don't know. I enjoyed it, and I thought that's cool. You know,
And
getting
Colleen
people
Jacobs
different
dash
heads.
Y9S said, use the pink flower. Makes her look kind of sweet.
Okay, we can grab that one next. Maybe this one could sprout out of the TV, or I could use this somewhere else. I'm already there, so let's go ahead and get this one out, and we'll go to the other flowers. It matches her too. The pink ones match her. Matchy. And then I'll get it down to here and cut it off. Okay, so there's these ones over here, and there's the ones that we had. I don't know where they went. Let me get this off, and then we can move on and get that. You come on out of there. You're gonna come out. You here? Where are you stuck at? You stuck down here? You stuck down here. Okay, so I have to cut her hand. That would be that one. It's a little glossy too. This one's a little extra. It's a little extra. I like it though. I do like it. So, see you later, alligator. Okay. These ones, it kind of looks like a bouquet. Kind of looks like a bouquet. There's this one, but that is like kind of cartoonish. Do we have some green? Or do we want to try to get back the flowers that she had? she had one of those, or I could just make a fake stem out of one of those. Y'all can comment whatever you think. Let me just make a fake little green stem to make it look like she had it, and those were actually a flower. I guess it's not a fake stem, it's a real stem. It just was to a different flower. Oh, I could kind of keep some, I don't know. It'll go behind the TV. You'll barely see it, but you know, the details. The blessings are in the details. I can't believe Lexi sent that first donation. That's the first one ever I've got through the donation link. It's gonna be cool. Like, it's really cool. You know, it's funny because it's like, yeah, YouTube don't want to let me be monetized or anything yet. They're holding me back. I just started Twitch, so there's no one on Twitch. But you could do things like that and make yourself monetized. You know, monetized. I just got monetized. See, Lexi just donated to me. That's awesome. Oh, shall we try Lexi's trick? Let's try it live on the thing. I don't really need it right now. Kinda, if I want to go down the stem a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to even make it straight. And I think, you know, you could just, I guess I should have angled it the right angle. Now I'm cutting it like I'm cutting some, I don't know what I'm cutting right now. Some cookie dough or something.
At Colleen Jacobs dash Y9S said, yay Lexi.
Boom. Look at those strips. That's a great tip right there. I like that. I should have cut it shorter.
Said, I feel slightly guilty that I made your first donation for evil purposes.
It's okay. That's awesome. It worked out, and it's gonna come back around to you, Lexi, so we'll figure out how. I don't know how yet. I haven't showed y'all my stacks of boxes, and I have to get rid of some, and they might just end up on your porch. We'll see what happens here. But I do really appreciate it. I am super thankful. So even though I'm joking around and stuff, I am really thankful for that. And I appreciate that. And anyone else who supports that, I'm super thankful for y'all to help me do this. I really think that it's something that I want to do. The more that I do it, the more I enjoy it. And, you know, I've been kind of, I don't know to say sad, but a little sad. This past week, just because of how YouTube was being, and I was like, well, I need to kind of give YouTube a break. And I was like, man, I don't want to. I want to hang out with y'all. I want to hang out and make some stuff, and I want to like do some more lives and stuff. And so there's two things that I've came to the conclusion. Like, okay, that's why I'm gonna multi-stream on Twitch. Okay, it's costing me a little bit. I have to pay a subscription fee for that to be able to multi-stream. But also, who cares? Whatever they want to do, they can do it. And I'll just still be here doing it. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm just gonna keep on doing. So no matter what they want to do and mute my channel or whatever they did, I don't know why my channel is like muted. It's like, I don't think I did anything wrong. Did I say something wrong? I try to keep it family friendly around here. This is super awesome tip, Lexi. This works super cool. I took one piece and I turned it into like 6 pieces. I actually don't think I need them that thin right now, but that worked really good.
Colleen Jacobs Y9S said, now I feel guilty, Lexi.
Here we go. Do you like this? I shove it in. That's way too long, so we don't need all that. Let's get rid of that. It would be down in her hand. Then we need to cut her hand. Okay, good. I didn't stick her in there yet. Slice, slice, slice her hand. Like that. I think that's like a slice of her hand. Okay, you're gonna go in there. Even if I have to poke myself. I don't know why I'd have to poke myself, but it's gonna have to happen. Okay, boom. Here, I'll show you her just without the television so you can see. Her face is just so funny. I like this little girl. She's hilarious. She's funny. Maybe we should give her a flower for her hair. We'll talk about that in a second. Oh, I guess I'm not really showing. You like the little bouquet I made her? Is that the flowers, Colleen? Was that what we were talking about? I don't know. I just made them because the other flowers are a little different. So, tell me what you think.
Lexic MC Gruff said, at Colleen Jacobs Y9SU too. I guess we'll all be repenting this evening.
No, we won't. We're all gonna be thankful. It's Saturday. I'm gonna have a good time and be thankful.
Lexic MC Gruff said, that is so cute.
I think so too. I think she looks pretty cute. She looks pretty funny and interesting. I should probably tape those in there, huh? Oh, I could tape the one. I'm gonna keep those little threads there. That's cool. If I cut those like Lexi said, and then cut them and then picked it up and put it to the side, I could peel those off when I need little ones. So that's really cool. Super cool tip right there. See, I'm learning stuff. That's why I got to keep collaging, because I learn stuff every time. And then when y'all are here, it really makes better from people who've done it. I don't know why I decided. I thought she'd just be funny in the TV. It just, something told me put her in TV. And just to kind of give it a little, you can kind of see the farm in the background. So I had that. I had this thing. I guess we don't really need that. Just look at it. It's too weird on the colors. Oh, little girl. Does she want one in her hair? I guess we could just dry it. I mean, it's, you know, what does it take? We just take it away. There's yellow in this one. This one looks kind of starish. It's kind of crazy. So let me just cut it out real fast. That's what happens when you drink that soda pop all fast. You get the burples. You got the burples.
Colleen Jacobs Y9S said, no flower for her hair. The tooth on her head is hysterical, rolling on the floor laughing.
Okay, no flower for her hair. Let's just cut it out anyway. We're already halfway here. You may change your mind once you see it, but it does look good. Her little short. It is funny. It all brings her together. She's just funny and fun. I have a bunch of random pictures, and I was looking at them today. I'm away from the mic. Sorry about this. I have a bunch of random pictures, and they're in bags, and we can go through them and look at them. I'll ask you two, since you two are here commenting, Anyone else can tune in if they want these, but I'll show you here in a minute. Once we finish this, I have something I want to just give to somebody if they want them. If they don't want them, then don't say you want them.
Lexic MC Graph said, yeah, I do that even with bigger pieces, just so I don't have to track down the washi roll every time I need a bit.
Yeah, that'd be
Lexic
nice.
MC Graph said, I need all the efficiency help I can get.
Yeah, the efficiency is what makes it helpful, because see, now it just stuck to my it was just stuck to my mat, and now that piece of tape is probably worthless or messed up. So yeah, something like that where it's on the edge right there would be good, so I could cut them, hang them off to the edge, as long as I'm not messing stuff up. Yep, she's right, don't put it on her head, but I had it. I mean, you could put it off to the side of the TV or something. You don't really need to. This is one of those like moments where it's like, okay, let's throw everything at it, everything in the kitchen sink and the ducks, and now let's get all of our ducks in a row and add every duck that we can get, and you know, let's have a duck parade and make it really cool. Or we could just say, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Or we could just say, that's it. It's fun. It's a fun collage. It's just a quick, fun collage. It's not like, you know, I don't know. You can go on a masterpiece. She's pretty funny. It's pretty interesting. If you want to tune into channel 3 to see the conclusion of what happens to her. Okay. I think we leave it like that, right? I think we're all good with that. That's her on pink. That's her on black. I was the purple fan from the beginning, because like maybe there's a little bit of purple, and maybe there is pink in there. There's some black. I don't know how much y'all were able to see that, but we need a decision, and no decision's the wrong decision. I'll make the final decision, and then I could be the one who's wrong. Pink, purple, violet. You can tell me the color, I guess. And black. That ain't even black either. It's kind of grayscape. It's kind of a black. It's a matte black. Matte Black. I used to know a guy who made music. His name's Matte Black.
At Colleen Jacobs -Y9S said, boom.
Boom. We got the boom. We dropped the boom on him. We could cover up what channel it is. Nah, we don't need to. Channel 3. I'll tune in channel 3. Coming at you live. Local, channel 3 news. After this, we're gonna find some stuff to collage with. I like the chefs. They look kind of funny. That was a good one, Colin. Grab them.
Lexic MC Graph said, I like pink the best to really bump up the sweetness.
The pink. Yeah, you're kind of biased though, Lexi. We know, we know that you love pink. So I think, but it does make it pop. I'm not gonna disagree with you. It actually does make it pop. So let's see if Colleen comes with a different ruling, and then I'll have to overrule all of you, and we'll go black. No, I'm just joking. Colleen sent me on black, and Glenn, they sent me on black, that one for the one with the rain boots, and that worked really good on the black. I was kind of not feeling it at first, and then after, you know, y'all said it, I looked at it again, and I was like, okay, who cares about the little white in the grass that I had there? And it looks really good. I've actually had comments from people, that's your best collage yet. And I'm like, well, you can thank everyone in the live stream, because I just cut the grass out, and everyone else helped on everything else. There was supposed to be a mannequin popping out of those boots, but that didn't work. Take a drink of pop to see if Colleen's here taking a bathroom break or something. And Colleen already said boom, so we don't know. She might have said it was done on the purple. I'm drinking some pop. I'm gonna give it a minute to read that.
At Lexic MC Graph said, okay, true. I changed my mind. I like lavender now. The pink is too close to the flowers and makes it visually confusing. At Colleen Jacobs -Y9S
Boom again.
said, boom.
Okay, so this is what it said. I think you're right. I think it's bright. She does have purple or lavender, sort of, you know, with the flowers, and that's what it looks like. I don't know why. It's kind of, maybe it's the way that my lights are. It's kind of like, you know how you could see the like print in the magazine paper. it looks a lot cleaner than, I don't know, maybe that's just my monitor right there, but I'll have to look back at it. But it looks clean. I could get a really clean picture of it. And I kind of think tilting it a tad gives it a little, you know, a little something. Now, I don't have it right now. I don't have anything right now, but you can feel free. This is your free chance to say, is it just the boom? Is it how we like it? Oh, is this? Oh, we'll give that a chance. I'll wash down that pop real quick.
At Lexicancy Graph said, I'm just here to sow some chaos.
Yeah, to just mix it up a little bit. What would we add anything to this? If you were doing this, or you wanted me to find some stuff in the future or do anything to her, would we do anything to her? Would you bring her little duckling friends back in? Would they be walking across the television? Do you want like some like little garden gnomes down here, like holding the TV up? I mean, the garden gnomes is kind of funny. I don't know if I have any gnomes. Get the Travelocity gnome. We can get him over here, or he could be poking out. If you had one that had like a face, like a oh my gosh face or something, you know what I'm saying? That'd be kind of funny. Is there anything we should look for while I'm cutting up magazines or going through these little clipping packs that I have that you think would potentially add to her, or is she just great how she is? I'm learning that, you know, minimal is better. You saw my shoe lady. She doesn't have that much. She just has a shoe for a head. I don't know if you saw that, but, you know, she has a shoe for a head. So, I mean, I felt like that's enough, you know. She's got some poker chips. She's leaning on the poker chips. You know, she's making money from, you know, walking on dude's spine. I don't know if you heard that song. Silly stuff. But this is pretty fun. I think it's pretty good. I like it.
At Colleen Jacobs Y9S said, that would work great in one of your small square frames. At Lexicemc
Yeah.
said, the only thing I would consider adding is the perfect squiggly cord coming out of the TV.
Oh, yeah. Television cord to plug it into the wall. Okay. I actually really like that idea, because I used to have to work with cables and cords all the time. I would need to find one thick enough, and if it had the plug-in, but I do have like some technology magazines and stuff, and one of those probably has a cord coming out of it. And if I can't find one with the outlet plug, then just a squiggly black cord, and then it goes off the frame. And like Colleen said, put it in one of those small little frames, and then I wouldn't have to worry about that cut that I put in there, because I cover up that cut that I put in there, and the frame's only like this big. It's like 7x7, so it would look really good in those little frames. It's funny, those ones that I have for you, Colleen, they're in those little frames, and it's just fun, and I like it because it's a cool way to make a cool quick collage. So thank you all for your help. I think it's fun. I think if we could get a little cable, I'll put it in a frame. If I do that, I will share it with you here tomorrow or the next day, or whenever I do it. I'll probably try to wrap it up as soon as possible. So as we were talking, I'm trying to build some foundation to the streams. We could collage something else or whatever. These guys are funny. These guys are pretty funny. So let's keep them in mind for our collage. Yeah, no, it's hard to see.
Thumbs up.
Okay, so I'm gonna take this stuff and move it so it doesn't get confusing. There's scraps. Put them right there. So, I was gonna start cutting up magazines, and then I have my stacks. I think you can still see. I think I still have enough room for my stacks. I don't think I have to get out of the way. I might just put them.
At Colleen Jacobs.
Boom. We got the boom.
Boom collision.
That's it's collision. It read that as collision. Yeah, it's the boom. It's the boom hashtag. Or the boom emoji. I'm going to try to keep these guys top of mind. Okay? Well, you're only going to see him. But we're going to go and cut up some magazines. So, we're going to find some pieces. Here. I have boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes and boxes of magazines, and we've already talked about this. I've been organizing them. They look really good. I'm going to show y'all how I have them organized in these bookshelves. Those ones are meant to keep, and then I realize I'm keeping way too many as well. But I have boxes and boxes that we need to cut up, and just try to get all the good stuff out of them. Some of them are a little roughed up, and like this one right here, this one took some damage. And I just got some new magazines in the mail from my subscriptions, and so I understand what's happening here because it happened to mine, and I'm really frustrated. Well, not really, but I could see a little bubbliness, a little moisture. This one got ripped. I could see how it probably got ripped because they took like 4 magazines, rolled them up, shoved them in my little mailbox. I'm like, okay, that's how we're doing that. I guess that's how we're doing that. So that's how my subscriptions are coming, I guess. So they're going to be a little roughed up. This one's a little roughed up, but doesn't mean there's not stuff that's not salvageable inside here. There's that ad again. Was that yesterday we saw that? That was in the live streams. I think that was, I don't know if it was in this magazine though. It might have been, maybe because I was getting ready to cut these ones up. So, American Hustle. They're out here hustling in America. You're not the prince. You'll never be the prince. I'm just joking. That's just anyway. Well, should we cut with that one first? I have a Star Wars one. I know this is gonna kill you Star Wars fans, but we're gonna cut up Chewie. I like this girl. I like her style. She's Louis Vuitton. Louis Vuitton. All right, let's get to slicing. Quit messing around. Quit messing around. American Hustle. We're gonna hustle right now. We have our chefs here. If you see anything else that you think we should start collaging with, you scream it out loud. Now, I do like this girl, and I like her couch. Let me explain again. I'll explain this every time, so it's gonna get boring here in a second. We'll let that one read, and I'll take a drink of water.
Lexicancy Graph said, another reason to move. Hope for a better mail person.
Yeah, I need a bigger mailbox, probably. All the stuff. Now they just shoved them in, and it just happened to be that like 4 of my subscriptions showed up all on the same day, so it was packed. So that was probably why. But it's also moisture out here, and those boxes are metal, and it's the whole rack of boxes, so they open your little thing and just shoved it in there. Kind of sucked, but that happened. So I don't care about these magazines. How it's gonna go, there's a recycling bag right off to my left on the floor. That bag's recycling. It's bye-bye, gone. That's the loads, the piles. The piles are going off. I'm flushing the piles. They're gonna go down there. Then we have bronze. Bronze is good, bronze, we're gonna keep it. Okay, I don't want to waste it. So maybe somewhere down the line, it gets used. It's a bronze. It's not top of mind. Sometimes like celebrities and stuff, I would put down here in the bronze because I still want to keep it because I may take their face off and not make them a celebrity anymore. Turn them into an average person or a shoe addicted person with a shoe head. I don't really know. Usually they have nice outfits on, so maybe that's what I do. I don't know, but they're not top of it. Bronze, keeping it. Silver, I like silver. We're gonna collage with silver. They go in my good folder of inspiration. They're inspiration for collages. We're inspired off of silver. We can pull out silver. We can flip through the silver folders, manila envelopes, whatever you want to call those, file folders. They'll be silver. Those are probably the thickest ones that I have. They'll be silver. Then there's gold. Gold are ones that we are going to collage with. I want those. Those are mine. Gold are like, I want those. I'm going to make something. I'll probably make a specific video for those, or I'll come up with an idea that I could bring to the live stream together, and we can all collage together with those. So gold are like my toppers. Like, I got to have that. I got to do something. I don't know what it is yet, but I know like I'll grab that and they're gold. And then there's a platinum file. Now this is kind of different than last time. So it's like bronze or copper. We'll got bronze, silver, gold, and then we have platinum. Platinum are going to be like backdrops, but backdrops also drop down here, which textures and stuff also drop down here in the bronze. But the really good ones that I really like, or like art pieces, they're like accent pieces, really nice furniture pieces. Like, I don't know if you saw that one when I put the chair on the girl's head, stuff like that. Like, it just comes to life, and I like having a folder of those. I call them art pieces, but they could be backdrops or whatever, but I'll use them as accent pieces. They're like, bring them together. I might want to make it someone's head. I might want to put it behind them. They might want to be in it. Maybe it's some picture frames and it's really cool. Those are like artsy. They're like, but that's the platinum folder. So just so you know, there we go. I'll keep mentioning it just so we know, and then eventually you'll understand what's happening. So I'm going to cut the cover because I do not care about this magazine at all. I do like this girl. She does, I think she's famous. She's famous now. She's in this famous live stream. But that's a big picture of her on the couch. And yes, it has the fold down the middle and it's ripped right there. But if you cut her all the way out and then really stuck some glue on that, you might be able to get that fold out potentially. I don't know. It's kind of white there. We could dissect her like a frog. Dissect her like a frog. I'm going to go ahead and fold it inside out, upside down. Boy, you got me. Inside out and round and round. Ooh, don't get cutting too much. I almost did some weird cutting. So here's a better picture of her. And that'd be kind of funny, like you could do something different with her in that position. Ooh, that girl's kind of something. Kind of almost looks like a scary movie or something though. Like I turned on the lights and then that girl's over there. She's about to karate chop me. And I'm like, uh-oh, I don't know what's happening. Somebody wake me up. Something like my dream last night. I woke up like 4 different times. I'm like, why is that dude in my dream? And why is he holding that thing in his hand? Whoops, that didn't sound right. It was a gun in his hand. It wasn't some weird thing. I hope that sounded really bad. Anyway, here they are. That's horrible. Anyway, so I'm glad your chat's delayed. I can mute it real quick before someone says anything. That's the other thing I'll say is with these, like right now it's just us chilling, but I don't want us to lose the vibe of us being able to talk with each other. But as things grow, I'm going to need to like mute it, unmute it, mute it, and unmute it just so we can, there'll be times when I can ramble and there'll be times when the chat just goes off and goes crazy. I think with members, I should be able to let members stand out in certain ways. So we're going to learn as we go. It's just us hanging out right now, but I do know I'm going to grow. So we're going to, you know, prepare for that now. It seems stupid to be doing it now. Like, who cares? Why now? Anytime. It could change any day. YouTube could say unlock and all of a sudden it can be flooded with a bunch of emojis or something. Like, I feel like I know her name. She's like a Dashian or something. I don't know. Rolex. This is not sponsored by Rolex. This stream is not sponsored by Rolex. But if you want to have a timeless timepiece, you get one of these for your wrist. You get one of these for your significant other, and you'll be shining bright. You know that you're timeless when you got a timepiece like Rolex. This stream is not sponsored by Rolex, although they could be. You could reach out to me, Rolex, by reaching out at truepointofcreation@gmail.com. You can go over to my link page, bio.site/creation, and we could talk about creating together. I don't know. So this is texture, right? This is like, it's just color. It don't really matter, but I don't want to waste it. I feel like I could use that. Maybe I need that. Maybe that color's like significant, or maybe I'm keeping too much stuff. Could be potentially too, right? I don't know. Am I keeping too much stuff? What do you think, girl? I mean, it's hard to decide because, you know, sometimes you need it, sometimes you don't need it, but you'll probably see it again in a different magazine. So do you really need it? I don't really know if you need it or not. I think I need it. Okay. Thanks for making that decision for me, girl. Here's this cool one. It's rope. It's Van Cleef and Arpels. Again, it's that same one. This is a different magazine. We were looking at the Veranda. Is it called Veranda? We were looking at Veranda earlier. This is a different magazine. There, we collaged with her once upon a time. This one's cool though. What do you think? Shalln't we? Arr, matey, it's got a pirate theme. It's a treasure. Van Cleef and Arpels. It's like the pearl of the sea. I don't know what that is. It's like it's something. Forget that one from like Titanic that they drop into the sea. Like, I haven't seen that movie in forever. You probably know. It's the blue thing, the treasure, the eye of the storm. I don't know. I really like that one. See, it's very artsy. So I feel like it's accenty. So I feel like it's platinum. That feels like a platinum file to me because it's got that art. I like to put jewelry in the platinum one as well. We did collage with her in the past. Oh, look, that's what it looks like on the moon. Is that a real picture from the real moon? Why are the craters so small? I think it's CGI, but you know, we could use it if you want to do a spaceman. Oh, this stream is now sponsored by Omega. Omega. They're teamed up with Swatch Watch. I don't even have a watch on.
Files for both color and textures.
Yeah, that's cool, because if you do them in colors, that would be very helpful. And I think that's a good point, is that maybe, so I just have textures. So I just have one of like textures, good textures, and then kind of like, I used to have a bunch more, and I'll show you. I tried to organize in a different way, and I'm reorganizing the organizing to organize the organized ones that aren't organized, so then I can get organized and my life can get together, if that made any sense. So reorganizing the organization to make it together. That looks very vintage right there, but something tells me it's not. You just did that on purpose. But like, it's cool, you know, if it's good to have these, because I think, you know, a watch company would be a good one to sponsor the channel. I know we're not there yet, but you know, that could help pay my bills. You know what I'm saying? If I can get a couple good sponsors, we can make a whole collage just out of this watch right here. And we would leave their name here. We'd leave their name here. We'd cut this out. We'd make something amazing come out of this. And then boom. I think a company that advertises in these magazines would be great for a sponsor for the channel. Just saying. I'm just saying, something to work on, something to work towards. I know it seems silly right now, but you just watch. We just keep on going, and things will happen. You know what I'm saying? You gotta believe. I know it sounds like a cat poster, but don't tell. You've seen the Lego movie. I know you've seen the Lego. You gotta believe. Cat. So this girl's hand is interesting. The way she's sitting is kind of interesting. This piece doesn't like really intrigue me much. I mean, it just looks too blurry. I'll keep that.
Oh god, no. It feels like my last 2 weeks were just condensed into that sentence. Organize.
Yeah, it's a tough thing. But it's very satisfying though, right? Once you start getting it together and you start feeling like you're getting things heading in the right direction. I don't know if I should keep it. I think I'm going to keep it like this together, because, you know, I've seen her before in other magazines. I haven't seen her in her silly hat, but maybe we'll use her silly hat sometime. It is very satisfying when you start getting a grip on things. It's kind of like cleaning your house. Like, it sucks to just clean everything, and it feels like, you know, this is a waste of time. But then once it's all clean, you feels good. Maybe it doesn't feel good that day because you're tired, but when you wake up the next day and your toilet's clean, you're like, yeah, my shower's clean. You're like, yeah, I needed to clean that thing. You know, it's probably time to do that.
Colleen Jacobs -Y9S said that blue diamond would have been great for the prompt Titanic thumbs up, have it on the ocean floor.
Oh yeah, they had the Titanic prompt, huh? Today's the last day, isn't it? And so, you know, that was on my desk too, but I just couldn't come to grips. Where is it? It might be sitting right there. Look, you know what? 1 second. Or see this? I do like the drip. I would probably just throw that away, but let's see here. Is it right here? Is it right here? Right here?
Lexic MC Graph said, very satisfying indeed. I'm very close to having all my magazine stuff sorted, and it'll fit nicely into one cabinet.
Yeah, that'd be nice to have it all in one cabinet. The stuff that I'm looking at is to have, I'm just gonna get rid of that, let me just move this for a second, is to have, I have all my magazines in these book holders, you know, the little paper book holders, and they go on the shelf. One day, I don't know, maybe in my new place or something, but I could have a whole wall full of magazines in these book things. It would look so crazy. Instead of like a bookshelf full of books, it'll be a bookshelf full of those book organizers, magazine holders, just full of magazines. And I have them all cover this whole table. I'm gonna show you sometime. And those are the ones I'm supposed to be keeping, that I'm just supposed to dive into when I need them. But well, that's a different story for a different day. Here's the last of Fabulage. I showed this to Colleen, and we could have done something today with it, but I didn't feel like diving into it. We'd need the right pieces. But I think this would be funny if, well, I found these people. is like, this is the last. Like, think of like a tsunami. It's coming and he's gonna get wiped out. He don't know what's coming at him. You know what I'm saying? The wave's too high. At least it's funny the way the angle is on this. So I felt like he could get wiped out. We could put them up there and we could have a bunch of stuff coming at him.
Lexicancy graph said, I cannot describe how nonsensical it was. I found a binder yesterday with cutouts sorted by when they were cut out. As if that would ever be helpful.
Exactly. That's, you know, I think we go through phases of like figuring out what is going to work best for us. I like Colleen's idea of having them in colors because that would make sense, but me having them sometimes like by the magazine that it was, and it's like, you know, I don't know if that'll help.
Said, you guys make me sick. I'm so disorganized.
We're trying. We're all the same way, Colleen. We're all in that same boat. We're just giving tips and ideas, and maybe some of it'll wear off on you. We've all been there. Lexley was organizing them by the date it was cut out. Okay, that was really. It seemed like a good thing, but then it's like, well, do you remember what it was from 2 years ago? Like, I don't know. Some of mine I was keeping them by magazines, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, kind of, because I know what the magazine vibe is, but that's like not that helpful either.
Said, at Colleen Jacobs -Y9S, it doesn't sound like it.
So we could put here, we could have it crash here, and that's what I was thinking. We're not going to do this, but for the last, Febulage last, he could have been getting hit with a tsunami, right? And then it could have been houses and boats and all this other stuff flooding at him, stuck in the waves. We would have needed to find it all and cut it out. But I also found these people like rafting the wave. But to me, it looks like this is a tsunami and he's standing there just like about to get brushed off his feet, if you know, a tsunami. That's what I was thinking. Okay, and here's the other last. Here's the other last. I showed this to Colleen. It went for a turn. But, you know, it goes with the theme. I don't know. Was it his last dollar? Was it his last day on Earth? Is it everyone's last day on Earth? If he's going out, everyone's going out.
Said, I have a couple magazines with their own sleeves, but that's because they have mostly the same subject, like small jewelry images.
Yeah, and that's what I think when they're like, so I'm keeping those. I'm just going to keep those intact. I'm just not going to cut them up like this. And then you can kind of see my strategy, but my strategy is just for collaging, and it's also a strategy for us to collage together. Anyway, it's the end of Febulage. I didn't do it. I got overwhelmed a little bit with doing too much Febulage stuff, so I just kind of paused it, didn't want to overwhelm myself, and I got to get my stuff organized to be ready to do this channel long term, and that's what I was kind of missing. I was going too far into that and not really thinking about what matters to me, which is hanging out with y'all and making cool stuff. And I want to do more live streams and figuring out all these buttons. And give me the launch codes, YouTube. Or no, it wasn't YouTube, it was Face Crook. Put those back over there. I have some other collages over there to do. Where was I? I was right here. I talk too much. I don't know how far we're gonna get. And they're doing some oral health stuff. Oh, did I collage with this girl before, didn't I? I think I did. Let me look at her again. I'll have to look at her again. So this is kind of small, and I do cut up stuff like this, and I'll show you a bin full of those. Actually, I meant to show you that stuff right now, but I like the dude in the suit. Could be interesting. So I'm not doing this much, and I'm probably going to need to. Since I went through my stuff today and I saw some of it, I do have bags for little things like this. So, they don't always have to be big collages, and that's how I had that little girl. I guess I could have kept the couple there, but I'm not going to keep the couple there. Her, I swear I collaged with her. I have her in a collage idea, and I think what I did is I took her bracelets, or I was going to take her bracelets, or I took her hands or arms, or I was going to take her hands and her arms. I don't know. I guess I'll just put her here just in case I lost it and need to figure it out again. We have no silver. We have no gold. I don't really need them. This girl. I don't know if I need this girl either, but, I don't like throwing stuff away. That's why I'm keeping it. in, like, I keep a lot of stuff in the bronze, and the bronze are not very organized. They're just in big old packs mixed in. What I try to do is divide them sometimes if I'm cutting up a bunch of, but you can see here I'm trying to cut up the same style of magazines, so then I'll have stacks and stacks here, all from Vanity Fair magazines, so I kind of know where it's at. But if I'm just bouncing around from a Vanity Fair to a motorcycle magazine to, you know, something else, would make it hard.
Said, I watched several people who did February and they were burned out.
Really? That's good to know that I'm not the only person. I can imagine that. I like this guy right here. I could imagine people who are trying to do it every day, and I get it. It's fun and it's interesting, and totally, if you're trying to, you know, commit to that and that's like a goal to do, but I don't think, you know, that's kind of not my deal. I like it. This guy's gonna go in my first silver. He looks silver. He's gonna be a silver fox one day. Today he's not yet, but he's gonna get there. But I totally could see getting burnt out on it, and it's fun. Don't get me wrong. There's some fun stuff, and they're just fun to do. But at the same time, I have bigger fish to fry. No, it's not that. I have bigger fish to fry. It's just you know, one or two here and there. You can see from my page, it's like I'll do a challenge, you know, here and there, and do some things here and there. But I kind of just like to just go free willy.
Said, a clean Jacob /Y9S yikes. I'm glad I didn't attempt it then. I had a bit of FOMO, but knew it would stop being fun real quick.
Yeah, what was the one? What's her name, Colleen? Tell me the girl's name again. It's on tip of my tongue. We've talked about her. She has a YouTube page, and she only did 4 or something. She picked 1 a week or something to do, and I think that was a good strategy to just kind of keep yourself, you know, just pick. You get the prompt list a week or so ahead of time. Look at that AI picture. Oh, it's Skechers. We know the Skechers. They're running the AI advertisements. Guess where that one goes? Straight in the trash. I'm joking. It is going in the trash. You can tell me your name, Colleen, if you still hear me. Forget. I follow her on my other YouTube page. I might follow her on this YouTube page. Gosh, it's on the tip of my tongue. I've just been all over the place, but I do like her videos. She's interesting. She's kind of funny, so that's why I like her personality. But she mentioned how she was only doing like 1 a week or something. I don't know what that is. It's like a scale. It's like a watch. It's like a scale watch. I guess it's a watch. I don't know. It's kind of weird. Maybe just taking the face of it might be something to do if it matches some gold stuff. But see, like, this is just weight that's not needed.
/Y9S said, Jess.
Yes, it's Jess. Yes, it's Jess. She was pretty smart about that. I think that was a smart move. You know, pick a couple. I did some, and I think first time found it. Colleen's actually the one who told me about. Somebody told me about it. I think my daughter, and then I think maybe even Echoes of Alchemy might have mentioned it to me, but it wasn't top of mind. That was back in the summertime or something. Like, okay, sounds cool. You know, that's something. I don't know. I'm just playing around anyway, so probably not the place for me. But because I'm still learning, I'm still getting better, still trying stuff. But then when it came around, Colleen mentioned it. I'm like, oh yeah, that looks cool. And I started doing it a lot. I was like, okay, overwhelmed here. That's pretty cool with the background and her camera and stuff there. She's probably a celebrity too. Zoe Takes? I don't know, but we'd change her face, you know. Oh, here we go. It's Jennifer. Who's that on the couch, Jen? Is that Chandler? Or who was she dating? I don't remember. It's from the Friends. I'm just thinking about Friends. So it's kind of weird. I mean, like, I have been collaging with people. You know what I mean? I'll collage with people, and I kind of like it. Kind of like collaging with women. I don't know. Because I like looking at women. I don't know. But I won't really use celebrities. I thought about it. I'll do it for covers. If we're doing the cover recreation, she was on the cover, but this is kind of different. I'll still keep these pictures. Like, I don't know if I need a girl like mowing the lawn with the hand push mower. I had a hand push mower when I was a kid. We had one when our when our cheap other one that my mom had for the lawnmower, we had one of these hand push ones, and we thought it was fun. We'd try to run as fast as we could and chop as far as it would go, and just see the grass flipping. You know, just some wild boys. So they tricked us. Someone probably tricked us in. Let's see how far you can push it if you run at it and do it, and made a game out of it, and we were sucked right in. And next thing you know, the lawn's mowed. So that's probably what happened. I can't remember exactly, but probably got tricked into it somehow. But it was fun. It was kind of funny to mess around with. At least we had a lawn. I don't even have a lawn now. It's kind of depressing, actually. I want to go put my feet in the grass. You know, it's weird if you just kind of walk up to the park and take your shoes off. This isn't California.
Said, you know who did several for some prompts?
What was that? Oh, let me see what that said. Who did several? I did several. I did some good ones and I did some bad ones, but they're all good. There's some, you know, whoever else probably did that too. I saw a lot of people doing it every single day. And I actually, you know, I was on Instagram. That's the other thing is that suck a turd? I think that is suck a turd. That's why we're not on Facebook. This Mark suck a turd. It's kind of funny looking though. I mean, this looks like a mugshot or something. Told you we shouldn't be in this magazine. Oh, here he is meeting the Pope. I mean, he's got your best interests in mind. Don't you worry about your data. It's safe and sound, okay? Okay, guys? Don't worry about it. We'll pay a couple $1 million to the government for stealing it. I didn't get anything back from that. Everybody, you know, it's just like here in apartments, like you find the neighbors for being loud, and then it's like, but I didn't get anything out of it. I just got lost. Oh, here he is testifying. Don't you worry, guys. It's all safe. And I bet this article's saying that. Yeah, it happened once, but he didn't really mean it. Like, he's a good guy, guys. You see, he's surfing now. Like, he cares about you guys, you know? He made it so you guys could be social with each other. It's totally not ran by the government. Anyway. These people on the stairs here. People on the stairs. We'll keep the people on the stairs. I kept him. He's still there. Don't you worry about that. Maybe do something with him once upon a time. Anyway, I just don't like propaganda magazines and papers and stuff, but I'll just, you know, there's still some pictures in it. They're not mine for reading. And I don't, you know, lean to either side. If, you know, I'm not a political person. I just, I don't like being lied to all the time. So I just don't listen to it because I don't need to hear your lies. Your lies all the time. I just prefer to live on the plane of Earth. Who's this lady? I don't know who she is. Maybe if we read it, we'd know. She might be an artist and she makes some cool art. I like that art. It's very cool looking. Oh, here she's about to sell some real estate. She's about to sell some real estate. She's got a house if you want to buy it. Nope, maybe she started the Waymo cars. Have you ever been in a Waymo car? Do you want to be in a Waymo car? Me neither. But it's the future. It's the future. You're gonna have a self-driving car. Don't you worry about it. You ain't gonna have to drive at all. I don't know if that'd be good or bad. I mean, I like the freedom of, okay, what is this getting into? I see some stuff, but I also do see Betty Boop right here. Like, I don't know what the rest of this stuff is. It's kind of interesting. Am I trying to keep all that? Probably not. I don't know why I was holding that. I mean, there's some interesting stuff. I like that girl's stance right there. And I kind of like the butler right there. I don't know what's happening under that. Is that some Eppersteiner? I didn't want to say the words. Let me just keep this girl, because I did keep that guy in the black suit.
Green Jacobs Y9S said, I could do something with FB Boy.
FB Boy. I got him. He's I got him for you. If you like that one with the, it's kind of a drawing or something. I kept it. If you can do something with it, I will give it to you. I have a folder for you, Colleen, of stuff that I, as we go through here, if you see something, you let me know. Same with you, Lexi. If you see something you want to make a collage with, I mean, I know we ain't hit like super interesting stuff quite yet, but we could at any time. And even if I'm 3-5 pages back, I'll go back and get it for you. These kids in college in the tree? Maybe. Keep that. Those are just mannequins, but that is Betty Boop down there. Nope. 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 Not keeping any of that, because I know who that is and what that story's about. So, game show. You want the guys on the game show. They're watching football. Football. It's American soccer, or, I don't know why we stole their name. Football. Because we're American. Hey, the print's even bad. The text is all messed up. Even the printing company don't like your text. You got bad writers. They're in the pockets of somebody. Okay, here we go. Death Row. No thanks, bro. I mean, it's kind of interesting. I don't know what it's about. It's on the Oxygen True Crime channel. Kind of try to stay away from the darkness. I mean, I had the girl choking out the, duckling, but that's it. We talked about keeping these, Colleen, but I don't know how many I'm going to cut out. But at the rate we're going here, I used to have a whole bunch of those, but I don't as much anymore. Ooh, I like the house on the back. It's like a dollhouse. It's a doll playhouse. Do we have time to cut up another one? We haven't cut that many magazines. We'll cut at least one more together. 1 or 2. You tell me, do you want to cut 1 or 2? This one is from February 2025. American Hustle. It's got the royal family on it. This one is from June 2015. Star Wars. There's a war over the stars. We want to cut 1, you want to cut 2. You want to cut 1, you want to cut 2. I'm going to try to make them more interactive. I'm going to try to give y'all more options in the future as we go through. So there'll be more prompts to just like that. Yes or no, yes or no, yes or no. And then I'll turn the thing on and then I'll turn it off and it'll be like, it'll give everyone a chance to like participate in what's happening. I know, again, I'm planning for the future. I just don't want to get overwhelmed again. I just want to make sure that everything's nice and smooth. As of right now, I haven't figured this out. This is only showing the chat from Twitch, and Twitch is no one's there, because it's new. It's my first time on Twitch. You can now reply to Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook messages in multi-stream. Here we go. Click the multi-stream. Okay, see, now I see Lexi said 1.
At Lexicemc Graph said 1.
Okay, 1. You're not a Star Wars fan, I take it. I'm gonna tell those guys you don't like Star Wars. I don't know, R2D2, here you go. We'll go with 1.
Y9S.
Oh yes, it's showing it.
Set
1. Okay, but we're missing out on her. I guess she's all mine. She's all mine for later. I'll collage with her some other day. I like her. She looks cool. I don't know why she don't put her jacket on or her clothes on. All right, 1. Oh, here goes another fold out. We're in like Candyland or something. That looks like the Zara girl or whatever her name is. I forget her name. I'm not good with names.
Colleen Jacobs Y9S said, Girls Rule.
Girls Rule. They won. They won this one. This one is pretty cool.
Lexicemc Graph said, I'm not. I thought I got away with it. Please don't tell anybody.
Okay, we're not gonna tell. Let me slide down here. No, they're not watching anyway. They're watching on Twitch something else, okay? probably playing a different game or something. See, Twitch is like a streaming platform for a lot of gamers, but there are a lot of art people and stuff on there too. There is a whole art category. And, you know, I guess, you know, we're art. We're still making collage art. It's not like we're not painting a painting, but there are people on there painting paintings. And let me get this cut right just to make sure we can start off on a good note with this magazine. Trying to get it all the way through. You know what? We just learned something, or I just learned something. I was able to click over to the multi-chat thing, which was not there before. It just appeared magically. It knew I was about to start messing with it, and then it said, oh, here, you can look at all the chats. And now I can see y'all chat in my thing, and I can say, let's see, will it go? Oh, did it send something?
True point of creation said, what's up?
Is it going to read it
The
twice?
true point of creation
It is, okay.
said, what's up?
What's up? I guess I hit a period there. Period. What's period up? Period. So looks like I could reply right there through that little messenger, but I guess it's gonna, that sent it to Twitch as well, and it sent it to YouTube. So that's interesting. I don't know. She's pretty interesting. It's got a lot of collage-y stuff already happening, you know, lots of things happening here, but it's kind of covering her jeans and stuff. I don't hate it. But we do have this one of her too, and we do have this one of her, so let's move on and we'll just take her. Oh, it's another treasure. It's Van Cleef and Arpels again. Let's keep this girl together. We'll keep this girl together. You're still just a bronze. Sorry, girl. But looky here. Looky. Where's that pirate one? Oh, it's like a collection. It's the diamond collection of pirates. Aye, matey, I'm telling you what, I know out on the sea that there's lots more diamonds to be had. So we have these diamonds, the palm trees, it's where I buried me treasure. It's probably the only accent I can do. Nah, I can do my western accent too, so don't, that's bad here. I just go southern on them or I go pirate on them. Arr, matey. So now we have that. That's where the treasure be. So we'll set that over there. There were some girls on the other side, you know. How many girls can one guy have? Not enough? Too many. Too many. No, I just like collaging with them, you know. Give me a break.
Lexicemc Graph said, I gave up on Twitch because it's almost all digital art. YouTube seems much easier to find traditional art streams.
Yeah.
Colleen Jacobs -Y9S said, just got, what's up?
You just got the what's up. Just got, that's funny. That's it's delayed. So yeah, there's a lot of different things, and I just figured I need to try because the way that YouTube's treat me, like, okay, well, at least do it, and then maybe we can, you know, we can get over there sometimes. If like I could tell y'all too in the YouTube stream of like there's a special, we'll do a special stream because I don't want to overflood YouTube. But at the same time, now I just thought about it earlier, it's like I don't even care if they're gonna just turn off everything, like give me 0 views for all of my videos through, you know, for days. It's like, wow, that's crazy. I mean, that's pretty wild to put me that hard of a flatline. I've never seen that, even when I had a brand new channel. So it's pretty, I don't know. I think they're just messing with some stuff or whatever. It's not personal to me or my channel, I don't think. I think it's just the platform in general. But I want to continue to grow and I want to reach more people. So I think that this is a way for us to reach more people in the community of this kind of community. There's going to be a lot of those people over there, but then maybe there's people like you that were looking for the real thing or just want to come and hang out for something different. This is going to be like no stream of theirs over there. And this stream is sponsored by Omega. No, it is not sponsored by Omega, but it could be. They could have a watch for you. They could have a watch for me. Watches for everybody. But I do like their ads. They do have some really cool ads, and I really like their textures. So I keep their ads all the time because I have their textures a lot. And this one's different. This one's like a wood grain or something. So I do like that. I like their sand one. I have a whole bunch of their sand ones. And, you know, I could easily talk about their, you know, company here. I could link their stuff in the descriptions and stuff. I think we just need the viewership. and then I'm gonna need to write them a contract and say, you know what, all rights reserved.
Y9S. Send. Love the texture.
Yeah, it is a really good. They have like their ads. We saw the one with them on the moon. That one on the moon, they're teamed up with Swatch Watch. They got Swatch Watch. I don't even have my watch on today, which is kind of weird. But with these videos, I've been taking them off when I'm doing this because for some reason it just starts bugging me a lot or something. So I've been taking them off. These Chanel rings for him and her. This stream is not sponsored by Chanel, but it could be. And I could spray some perfume right on this and make it smell good and ship it to your door. Smells like Macy's. But I do like this, and I do like the gold, and I'm going to put it over here because those are cool pieces. They're not going to be rings, obviously. This girl and this guy. This guy's kind of interesting. His look. I don't know if he's like trying to sell you like a used car or trying to like put something in your drink. I don't really know. You know what I'm saying? But it's a little suspect. This girl, what she got, a dress of balls? She got a ball dress. Like they're like circular. You know what I mean? YouTube, they're just circles. But it's interesting. It's coming from an interesting angle right there. So I do like that. I have this dude. It's New York City. I'm in New York City. I'm just chilling. I know someone was sleeping on here last night, but now I'm just sitting here, okay? I'll give it back to him in a little bit. I like her dress of balls.
Said. The art stream I met Becky in is struggling right now, too, and they usually have around 100 viewers when they're live. So
oh,
you're
really?
probably right that they messed with something.
Yeah, I think they're probably like changing their algorithm or something is my thought. You know, they don't even like you to say that word, but they're changing the algae. The algae is getting changed or something. I think they're trying to figure out what's going on. I don't know if they switched over their servers. I don't know if they're secretly the owners of TikTok now and they're trying to integrate TikTok stuff because now it's Americans. They know the secrets of TikTok's algorithm or something, and they're hoping they can integrate it into their platform. What happened to me is really weird. One of our live streams, our live streams are not very big. The channel's not very big. It's just us hanging out. But all of a sudden, it started getting hundreds of views after it went into archive videos, like almost instantly. Like, I'm like, what? A couple hundred views, like out of nowhere. And then no likes or nothing either, though. So it's like they were sharing it with some people or something, and it was really weird. And then after that, the lights went out. like all my videos, it shows the people that actually watch the channels. You know what I'm saying? There goes the siren. Colleen told me not to mention the siren anymore because no one can hear it, but I hear the siren. I'll tell you what my brain, I don't know. We'll talk about the siren later. But what happened is then everything went off like nothing. So you can see who actually views my channel, because then it has like 90 views on like the shorts and then like 50 views on a video, which is, if you look back at my videos when I first started my channel, I'd have about those numbers. Like that's a brand new channel. I've probably been going for about a year. So it's, it's kind of interesting to see what's going on. I don't let it get me down. It's something to like, I don't put too much stock in those numbers. I want to continue to grow so we can grow our community and have, meet some more cool people and have everyone in here like hanging out and having fun together. That's my goal, is for us to all have a cool space. And, I do understand that once it gets too big, I'm gonna need to like control it, because I don't want to lose the fun that we get to have hanging out together like this right now. So I'm going to try to cultivate that in a way where I can make sure that the people that are like loyal and come here a lot and really get something from this will make sure to continue to do that.
Said, oh yeah, they probably pushed the video out to the wrong people, then punished you because the people didn't enjoy and like the content.
That sounds right to you. Yeah, sounds about right. Like then they're like, well, nobody likes this. And it's like, okay. I mean, that's true. And I think that for this kind of content, and I know like this is kind of, it's not super different. I always have to tell my daughter I say that, but it's like, I have to remember that like, it's not like super original, but it's also kind of nichey. And so I think we need to find the right niche, and it's going to take time to find the right niche of people that want to collage with these people. You know what I mean? I don't know. They're kind of interesting though. Like, I don't know. It's reminding me of something I can't. It's on the top of my tongue. If you got a name for these girls, what's the sister? They're sisters. What's their name? It's not Twisted Sister. We need a different name for these girls right here. But I don't want to do like a bunch of high editing. I don't want a bunch of stuff flashing on the screen. Even though I have this stuff like this, how would you use this in a collage and things like that? I'll do some things like that. But there's going to be no fancy graphics. We did see the fancy graphic earlier in the stream. Let's give a shout out to Lexi again. I think it'll pop on there again. Look at Lexi's donation. That's about as fancy as things will get. And that's just because it is a default. But then I added my barcode 01010303. Original creation. Thank you so much, Lexi. You're going to pay for that. We'll figure it out. If you have a name for those girls, throw a name out. Throw a name out. What did you guys just vote on? Did you just vote to raise my taxes? That's what it feels like. And you're going to tell me why it's good for me? I don't believe you. I don't believe you. The jury's still out. This guy, he's handsome. He's handsome. I mean, he's probably famous. Oh, yeah. What movie is he in? Avengers? I don't know. Mikey. Oh, that's who he's playing in that. 17, a sci-fi dark comedy, Oscar winning. He's an Oscar winner. The Oscars, where all those people come together. Sure, I mean, he's a handsome fella. I don't know what I'll do with that handsome fella. I do like this tie. Why are you tied up at a dinner plate? You're tied up on the dinner plate. I don't really know. Why? Let's cut all. If you see my strategy here, this is a strategy I do. Oh, cut my hand. That's a strategy. No, what I do is I want to get a good fine cut here from the beginning. And then you have a groove. You shake your groove thing. When you know you have a magazine that you're going to cut most of it out, some of these I'm just stripping one or two out of. Like when I was digging through those People magazines, I'm just hoping I come across something good, and then I just pluck the one thing good out. Well, one of the strategies with better, like more plentiful magazines, I would just keep cutting. I don't have to keep cutting all of it at once, but then I end up with the binding coming off. And I actually have a box cutter if I wanted to get seriously aggressive with it, but we're just here on the live stream. So, let's keep it calm, use your blade safely, guys. I did use Colleen's trick. Oh, I mentioned that in the video, and that video got messed up, but I did it in the video where I changed this blade and I put it in a Tylenol bottle. And so I have it. So that's cool. That girl, the light. It's just funny. It's just, I'm not even get into it. But see, here's the thing. Flip the page over. Sometimes you just need some white. Like sometimes you just need some white paper. So I'm going to keep that. Look at this painting. It's kind of interesting. Somebody painted them like that. It could be like, it's probably digital art as well. And no offense to people who want to do digital art. That's totally fine if that's your thing, you do digital art, but it's just not my thing. So you won't be seeing me doing that. I don't know if I really need their couple and stuff around here. They're like going, I'll keep it with their, at least I know what's happening, what happened from it. And so I'll keep them. These girls, I wouldn't be sitting on that lake for too long. I think Jason's down here. We did just come across Friday the 13th not too long ago, but I think that's the summer camp. It kind of looks similar, like y'all let him drown down there in the end, and he's coming back. He's coming on Friday the 13th. I don't know if you understand that, and I think she knows, but I think she's oblivious, and so that's your own fault. I can't save you. Today, that reminds me of something. Today I had to go to a house. I'm doing real estate stuff. It's what I do for work. And one of the employees, one of my coworkers, is like, "Hey man, when you go to that house, can you go over to the left side of the house and look to see if there's a knife stuck in the tree? And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, oh, I just kind of saw it in like one of my pictures, and I want you to take a better picture of it if there's actually a knife stuck in the tree. I'm like, great. And then I look at where the house is. It's like out in the boondocks and stuff. And I'm like, oh, great. What am I going into? What kind of nightmare movie am I walking myself into right now? So I don't know. It was crazy. And turns out there was a knife in the tree. Where's that at? Oh, here. I'm gonna just let me see if I can show it to you. I'm not lying to you. It's not a joke. It's not a joke. Oh, it's showing my Twitch right there is going, but you look. That's the picture I took today. I'm like, what's happening? Why is this going on? And why am I here taking a picture of this in this house in like the middle of nowhere's land? How do I get back into that? Full screen that. Full screen that. Back in. Boom, I have a phone mount right here. You can't see it, but my phone's mounted, so in case someone like jumped in on Twitch, I kick them out if they did. Last time we got our first little bot come in, tried to tell us we can buy some followers or buy some viewers, and it'll be beneficial to our live streaming career. And you know, I thought about messaging him and sending him a whole bunch of money, but then I decided, you know, it's probably not right. She's happy. She's really happy. I like it. I don't think we can reconnect you, girl.
Lexic MC Graph said, spooky.
It was spooky. And just the message alone was spooky. I like this picture. This is cool. I like these kind of pictures where they're like all black and white, but then it's like different styles on them. I have some other ones like that. They're pictured like that. Whoa, she's wearing one of those things that like go over your bed. You know what I'm saying? Like it goes over your bed. We could make a head out of that or something. I like that. That's interesting. Something interesting. I think I know who she is, but you know, I'm also not a. Oh, I love the hat. But you're in the bat. Is that? Oh, that's the bathtub. I thought that was the toilet. Okay, good. Got a little cleaner. We got a little cleaner. It's interesting. I like her face. You know, see, that's the problem with celebrities, though. Is like, you know, I don't necessarily know, but I could put her in something and everybody would know who she is, you know, so that's, you can't really sell those collages. Not everything's about selling collages, but, you know, I kind of want to make it transformative. Text, don't let me forget. I'm going to just set this right here so I don't forget. Text. I have something to show y'all, see if either one of you want it. Oh, look at that. I just like the picture. I know that, you know, it's just, that's a good one, but sometimes you go into people's houses and they have this vibe of picture, but like the kids like really like lopsided head and you're like, what's happening? Mary Poppins? There's Mary Poppins. I'm gonna keep that. I don't know why. I mean, I like the picture. It's pretty cool of that. I don't need all this stuff. A killer. There's the text again. A killer view. I take it like somebody lived there that like did some, you know, thrilling up in there. Those are the kind of things I don't like to keep because I don't need any bad juju. You know what I'm saying? You keep your juju to yourself. Let me cut out some of this here. So what I do is I just keep on slicing through, and this will help me. I mean, not help me. This will actually lead to me destroying my mat, which is not a good thing. I should probably, when I start doing these, I should probably switch mats and pull out. I have another mat sitting right there that's, you know, I already have a bunch of cuts in it, but I don't want to like really dice this because I start giving it the business. Text, lake view. A black one. I always like having some black ones. This guy, he's, you know, he started, you know, pyramid scheme, and now he's got to, you know, say that he's sorry, but he's not really sorry. So I don't know why he's here. I guess I'll keep him. It don't really matter. Oh, there's the gravesite. So I don't know if maybe he's the killer. I don't want to keep any killers. You know what I'm saying? I don't need that in my life. I don't need the bad juju. Please don't. Okay. Fashion. Vision. The vision of a fashion. Let me cut this out without ruining my mat too much. You know what? Let's save on the mat. But I still wanted to keep this binding because I did talk to Colleen about that. But I don't know if we need to, if she really wants to or not. She has too much stuff. She don't really need more. You don't really need more stuff, Colleen. You don't need a whole bunch of stuff. This stream is not sponsored by Rolex, but it could be sponsored by Rolex. You could be timeless with a timeless timepiece from Rolex. This is the rose gold version. You know how... I forget what I was going to say, but you get the idea. Potentially in the future, I don't have my watch on, but it could be a Rolex. And you know, if you want to show people that you're on time, or if you want to show you mean business, like John Wicks here. Or is that John Hicks? John Wicks. John Wick. Rolex, 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 Rolex. I love the watches. Love those watches. They're pretty cool. There's other ones. Man, that binding was really thin. That binding was really thin. Can we still see the date? February 2025. And then the other one we clicked out was September 2025. We only got through 2 right now? Dang. Dang, brah. It's kind of slow on the cutting there. We're just talking and doing stuff. Let me show you these things to see if any of you want them. Hold on 1 second. It's in this box. Okay, back in when we were talking about bad organizing things, some of these are good and some need to be revamped and some could be better than others. Let me wipe this stuff off. But the organization, some of it was working, some was not. So I've decided to take a turn out of that organization plan because I had a different plan with those. I wanted to make like packs to be able to give people to see them collage with them, and so I don't need this anymore because I wanted to remember the text there. But this is text on the ocean. Guess I'll put it right here with the Rolex. But one of the ones that I was doing was keeping this stuff, and then I realized certain things I don't need to keep because I don't want them. Sorry if this bag is making a lot of noise. I don't collage with text, but Lexi or Colleen, or if anyone else wants to jump in to the chat and they want, let me get one to be the backbone. Does anybody want for free, limited time offer for 0.00.0? Does anybody want to bet? I am Omzi. I don't even know if you know who Omzi is. But, you know, if you plan on sending, like, you know, some kind of, like, threatening letter or, you know, like a ransom note, you know, this might be for you. If you're looking for, you know, help me, somebody help me, or, you know, just telling somebody you need help, you know what I'm saying? Or you just want to pitch something better, you can do that. Or you want to be a little boy in space. Or maybe you need this bio truck. I don't know. I might keep the truck. Okay. I actually think I'm keeping the truck. Sorry about that. I think I can keep the truck. But have you ever been to Chocolate Fest Northwest? I don't know. It's lots of cool letters and text. But here's the thing. I kept them all. What are these guys doing? Archery. I kept them all once upon a time. This was part of my old organizing thing. When I'd go through and cut these up, I'd be like, okay, I'm trying not to waste stuff. So I was just like keeping random text. Amazing tales of amazing dogs doing amazing things. I don't know if they're doing amazing things. But yeah, that's what that says. Do you want to discover? Discovery. I don't know. Maybe you need it. Maybe you need it in your life. These ones are talking about dogs. Human to dog. We talk telepathically. Contents.
Y9S said, no text, thanks.
No text. We have a denier. I'm trying to pawn this off on you, or the Earth is going to suffer. How do you feel, Colleen? You're going to make the Earth suffer because now this is going to the trash, and you want to fill up the trash. What's going to happen to the cosmos if you don't take these into your house?
Lexicamcy Graph said, I also don't collage with text. What a shame.
Ah! Well, I have the answer for you. Answers. I don't know. I just thought that it was something. Maybe I'll have to pull it out some other time. But they're kind of funny. Let's see what else we can find. Here. your favorite people, Colleen. I don't think they like you that much because Colleen orders a bunch of cat food and then they don't like delivering her packages on time. But I did get the collage. Where is it? Still right here. I did get the collage in the mail that I asked for, and I asked for it, and I got it. And I need to put it in a picture frame now. So I need to find out the right sizing. Some of it's going to get cut off probably with the matting, but I'll measure it out, and I'll go over to IKEA, and find a good picture frame for this. It's my collage now. Why did my music stop? Ah, there it goes. Restart. I must have been streaming for a while. My music stopped. Because I'm listening to the music, but I'm not hearing the music you guys are hearing. It's the same songs. We're just not on time. We're not synced up. We're out of sync. But, you know, they don't use their sync for anything. They just put everything in the dishwasher. Even their cat. Their cat went in the dishwasher. That fire extinguisher will explode. Trust me, it will explode. I used to be a building manager, and you have to get those serviced. Anyway, I don't collage with text. Oh, there's a reminder. I don't know if I told y'all. I have boxes and boxes of Smithsonian magazines. Have you ever looked at Smithsonian magazines? Me neither. No, I have some. They're interesting. We're going to be cutting them up here in future live streams, so you can see that here in the near future. That's just going to be something. Somebody needs to help me because I got too much stuff and I don't know what to do with it. What else can I do with all this text? But anyway, I thought somebody might want this, but who collages with text? Because if you collage with text, you send me a message. If I still have this, you're seeing in the archive videos, you could direct message me on IG. I have the mud room. You might need it. Did you need it? Because maybe you want it. The want is over. Or the wait is over. The want is over. It's sci-fi. There's some stuff. Get ready for blood. I have one that has a bunch of I was cutting up those Game Informer magazines. I don't know why. Somebody gave me Game Informer magazines, and he's super cool dude. He hooked me up with these Game Informer magazines, and I appreciate that. But I was cutting them up, and I'm like, I don't really need to video games in my collages. effects, boom, boom. This should be at the end of it's the end of Fabulage. Or it could have been the beginning for boom. Drop the boom on them. They're interesting. You know, if you change your mind, are you changing your mind? Are you changing your mind? I got my Dirty Harry out, and it's your chance to be cool. Don't move, or I'll smoke you like a cigarette. That Pulp Fiction right there as well. It's just kind of funny. What's this, Planet Fitness? That's actually where I got my gym membership. I'm a cheapskate, and so I went and signed up for Planet Fitness, and I'm enjoying it. I just got to get over there, as much as I can. The Buzz, looking like Mr. T right there. I pity the fool. Wait, is that the wrong person? Yeah, no, it's the right person. Right person. Oh, we got Avatar on the back. So you got to check what's on the back. See, you're passing up the text, but you're not getting what's on the front and what's on the back.
Said, these would be fun to use as your own prompts. I bet Mudroom could spark some funny ideas.
That's a good one. What about this? This could be a prompt. Eye to eye with flowers. Ooh, I can see it now. It's gonna be floral. Maybe we should do that. Okay, nobody wants them. We're gonna dive into the prompt bag, and it's gonna be water. What's this guy said? He's blocking the sign. He thanks you for feeding us. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Just don't feed them plastic, because that's not cool. Them things, though, if you ever do the Oregon coast, they'll snatch it right out of your hand. It's like those monkeys. Where's Colleen's oh, I have it somewhere. He's that monkey. You can see him over on the Facebook community page. Perfect time to plug it to you. If you're watching this in the archive, you can see a description to this video. Down at the bottom, you'll see a link for our new Facebook community feed. You can join us over there and show us your collage art. We'll be doing that. I know it's slow, y'all. Just just give it a little time. Just, be patient. We're going to grow it up together, and it's going to be really fun to see how it all grows together, because I'm a dedicated type of person that will show up and cut out every square piece of text that needs to happen. So if I want to do it, I will do it. I will be here, and we'll keep cutting stuff up together. These sound like really fun text. I like that idea, Lexi. That's a pretty cool idea and something for us to reimagine together with 4 seasons of flowers. What are these? Yeah, lots of cool stuff. That guy's interesting. Palazzo. Where is that? Oh, I don't know where that is. I thought it was something around here, but it could be that pizza shop I was thinking of. A boy. So I don't even know why. This shows work that just went undocumented. You know what I mean? This is just stuff that I just did randomly. Mudroom. We're going to put Mudroom and On the Town as the top 2. Let's put those at the top 2. Lucky the Blood. Oh, Chanel. We got one for Chanel. Actually, the top one will be Help Me. Somebody help me. Here comes one. I'll put it back in the bag.
Lexicancy graph. Set. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's finding a reason to keep anything and everything.
Yep, see, you just done messed me up, Lexi. I was trying to get rid of these, and now I'm like, oh, I gotta keep them. I'm gonna keep them because these are collage prompts. Perfect for the live stream. I didn't even think about that. Let's reach into the grab bag and get us a prompt, and then we'll pull out my organizations and we will start collaging with them. What do y'all think about these? Before we go, because I don't want to keep y'all all night. It's Saturday. I'm having fun hanging out with y'all. But I don't want to keep you all night. Plus, I need to rest my voice. I'm going live again tomorrow. Same time, same place. We'll grab something out of the grab bag. Biohazard. Bioclear, I don't know what that is. I think I'll keep that, though, and we'll do something with it. What do these guys need? If I'm going to look for something tomorrow, I like the plants. I mean, the plant, that could be something totally different. These 2 chefs, if I was to look through my folders of stuff, just anything. Just anything. Do we just need, I do have some food magazines. One second. You guys move over to the side. You see what I'm saying? I have these by the bundles. By the bundles, I tell you. This is just food and wine. I have a bunch of, these are all food and wine magazines. If you can't tell, then maybe you can tell. Right here. Ooh, the soup almost matches with the shoe. Colors might be a little off. That's the cover too. I bet there's a different texture to the picture inside there. Oh, look, I have doubles. Oh, look, I have triples. Why do I have triples? I think that was a special one. I don't usually have triples. Okay. For some reason, I have triples. So 2 can get cut. I don't need to keep those 2. So these 2 can just get cut right now, anytime. Today, Junior. So yeah, whole bunch of food and wine. I have a whole bunch of...
Lexicancy graph. Set.
What are they?
Alternatively, you could enter them all into one of your prompt tap thingies. Then you could throw them away after all.
Yeah, that would be cool. And maybe I can, I don't have a scanner, and thought about it, but then I almost bought one with someone supporting the channel, and they almost, but then I spent the money on some other stuff trying to get things together. So eventually I might get a scanner, and not to do digital collaging, but something like that where I can scan them, put it in a random thing where then we still see the picture, because I think the picture really gives it a thing. I don't care. I'll keep the thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like y'all. I keep stuff, but can I keep it in a spot where it's kept? You know what I'm saying? Just let's not make a mess out of it. So as you can see here, food and wine. I have a whole bunch of Bon Appetit. I have some Bon Appetit magazines. I have Southern Living and some, that one has a lot of food in it. What's the other food ones I have? Trying to think. Thinking. Processing, brain. Ooh, there's a pot. Pots and pans, cast iron. There's cast iron pans. I like cast iron pans. Garbage cans. I don't know. I have some more food magazines. They're about food, you know, recipes. Real simple? No, those are, well, those have recipes in them, but that's not what I'm thinking of. Anyway, I have plenty right here. Here's the point is I'm trying to do this. Now, let me take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. I have at least like 40 of these. No, wait, they're up there on the cabinets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we're pushing about 40 or 50 of these.
That would be cool. It is a magazine collage channel, after all, so having an image of the cutout would give it the right aesthetic.
Yeah, so we might try to do that, something like that. I like that idea. It's things to work out in the future. I could just keep them in the bag for now, and then it's like a grab bag. Maybe we get a little top hat, and we throw them in the top hat, and then we just shake it around, and then I'll do it until y'all say stop. And then bloop, pull it out. Whoever says stop first, that's when my hand stops. You know, you might have said it 10 minutes ago, but then, you know, the thing popped up on screen finally. Delay, delay, delay. There's a latency thing I can change, supposedly to help YouTube to be faster. But then we lose quality in the videos. It's not like these videos are super high quality anyway, but I do like to be able to download them at a better high quality. So then if I'm going to cut a short out, I have to zoom it in because it's only going to show this part of the screen. So then it could get pixelated.
Jacobs Y9S said, I'd have them with a rat on the floor. They have those big pots.
You would have them with a rat on them? Yes. I don't know if I have a rat in my food mag. I mean, I might. Rats. What magazines have rats in them? I probably have some. It could be just an animal. That would be funny. And it's almost giving off Ratatouille vibes, ain't it? It's giving off some Ratatouille vibes. You know, I didn't even think about that. It's like little rats running around. He's like building something. He has like a thing of cheese or something. Yeah. You're really reaching there, Colleen. How can I find the rat? Where am I gonna find the rat at? You know, I keep fashion magazines, okay? You know, like the, okay, and they're not putting the rat in the food ones. No, I don't know. I do have a bunch of, like, I have some Nat Geos. I have Nat Geos that are not as old. They're kind of old. They're from like the 90s. They're like 90s, maybe early 2000s. So I do have some of those. Science magazine
said science magazines might have rats.
You know, I think we might have seen one where he was in like a testing thing. Like they were like having rats run around. That's a good point, Lexi. He was like running around there, like testing him with food or something. He was in a rat maze or something. You know, he wasn't a dirty street rat. You know, my mind goes to downtown. And, you know, I was sitting there downtown. Everyone wants to go to Voodoo Donuts, and I'm just standing out there waiting. Like, I don't want a donut. I'm drinking right now. You know what I mean? And just sitting there, and then all of a sudden, this big old thing runs past. I'm like, is that a dog? No, it's a cat. No, it's not a cat. That's a rat. And it ran right under the food cart. And I'm like, never eating at that food cart again. That thing was massive. And so crazy. Oh yeah.
Sorry, Lexi.
Oh yeah, because Lexi does have a pet. Do you have a pet rat? I know she said she was a pet rat person. It's just funny, you know, there's clean rats and there's gross rats. And like I'm saying, I think the ones are really cool and actually really cute when they're in their cage. My brother used to have one. Let me set this down. My brother used to have one, and he's pretty cute. He's cool, and he'd always hang out. And you could put him, he'd go on your shoulders, and you can like walk around the house with him. But like I'm saying, when I really think I think of those more. I guess they're not mice; they're still rats. But I just think of like the city ones. And we just saw New York, but they're probably walking around New York right now. There, in Manhattan, the biggest rat I'd ever seen. That thing was like a beaver. That thing was like a beaver. Like I do not feel safe right now. Walking down the streets at night in Manhattan. I'm not worried about someone trying to rob me from my wallet. I'm worried about the freaking beaver biting my leg and giving me rabies or something. I don't know. It's just so crazy. It's a crazy story. I'll tell you some New York travel stories someday upon a time. And just my experience. I know everyone's experience is different, and maybe you live there and maybe you love it, but I don't.
I have pet rats for 16 years and only recently stopped.
Oh, okay.
I have 30 plus total.
Wow, that's crazy. That's cool. They're really cool. I don't remember. I think my brother maybe had, possibly, he had them for years, so he at least had one. He might have had two of them over time, but he really enjoyed them too. And we had like a hamster once upon a time as well, like, you know, pets like that in the cage. I think I had a fish for a little while, and he didn't last very long. I tried to do the fish thing once with this one girlfriend I had. She wanted to have fish, but then she didn't want to take care of fish. She just thought it was a good thing to have fish. And it's like, well, I'm not here. You need to take care of the fish. And apparently the fish wasn't taken care of because I came and found him floating. It's like, who's supposed to be taking care of the fish? You know, I bought you the fish. You didn't take care of the fish. I don't really know. You know, they don't understand responsibilities until they have to take care of something. Hopefully she don't have kids now, because I hope I don't know if that kid's gonna be taken care of properly. There's a fish. We could find some other animals maybe. Rats are not gonna be in here, but you know, we can make something. That's a good one. They do look like Ratatouille, but now you're gonna put me into a way where I'm stuck. So we might not be collaging with him.
Most of them are great pets. Mr. Boogie left something to be desired, though.
Mr. Boogie, that was his name. That's pretty cool, though. That's fun. Some of them have their attitudes, kind of like cats. I don't know if it's the same way, where they're like some, you know, they all have their own personalities and stuff. So pets are fun, though. Pets are cool. Colleen has a cat. His name's Billy. I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you that, but she does, and he's cool. He's a cool guy. He always sends me some pictures sometimes. My daughter loves cats. We don't have a cat right now, but she really loves cats. We used to have a cat, and his name was Louie, but he acted like a dog. He would play fetch. He'd play fetch. He listened to commands, and maybe he's just trained like that, but he was like a dog. That's pretty cool how it's popping up out of there for the Better Home and Gardens. I think you could cover up that it's this magazine, and you can cover up that it's that sign, and you can make it something totally different. I don't know. That's a different collage for a different day. I have triples of these. You can see this one has some markings. What's this mark about? Oh, it's a Carmel. It's caramel. It's Carmel. What's the other way to say it? Oh no. Anyway, I guess I have a couple. Oh, I know how I got these. They were all sitting there at our community center, and they just got them for super cheap because it was like some discount deal, and as a holiday thing, and if they had holiday ads in it, and these were oh no, these are September. Either way, he gave them to me for like 10 cents a piece or something, so I took a couple of them because I was like, well, I give these away too. I give them to people. So maybe I don't cut one up. I cut one, I keep one, and then I have one to give away to people. Veranda. Is that the name of that magazine? I don't know. That one's cool. I have a couple of those too. But we have a lot to do. I think you're going to send me down a rabbit hole, actually a rat hole with those chefs. So we might not be collaging with those tomorrow. We're going to make another collage. This is going to be our platform of choice. We're going to do it like this. I'm going to try to keep it consistent, and we'll go off the rails for sure. Let me go drink water. We'll for sure go off the rails from then on. We'll try to have a plan, so at least I come into it with a plan, and we can go with the flow, and wherever it takes us, it takes us. But we only cut through 2 magazines, but that's fine because I have a whole bunch more. But we did make one collage. Let me show you. That's the other thing on my sheet. It says once you're finished, you got to come back to show what we created together. And we created this girl together. this collage. She needs a cord. She needs a black cord, which we did get the black paper there, and then I'll put her in a little frame and it'd be fun. It's cool and fun. I already ruined this backing board by cutting into it, so I can move it in the right position, cut it for a frame, and then maybe save this other top corner for another small frame. And we can make little small collages and put them in those little frames that I found at the Dollar Tree. I like them. They're actually pretty quality for what they are. $1.25. Cost $1.25, but that's the collage we made. She's funny now that I look. I was just talking, and then I looked at her. You can see we put the flowers in her hands down here, and she wants the golden eggs. You know, she heard that this duck lays golden eggs. Now, I don't know if you've seen the Puss in Boots movie and they had to go up to the golden goose or whatever, but she thought, she watched it too, and she thought that she could go up there and get to the golden goose, and that this goose is going to lay her some golden eggs, and she's going to take him, and she better start laying some eggs fast because she's not happy about this. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to the golden goose. Anyway, I think it's fun. We had a lot of fun. It was just a different one. We'll do some fashion-y ones. We'll do some random ones. Probably not ones with text, but we'll like pull out the text. Although Colleen gave me that idea of using my Paris magazine and putting text in there as texture, and it wouldn't distract people because they can't read French. At least I can't read French, so I wouldn't know what it said, which is probably not a good thing because someone's like, do you know what this actually says? And I'm like, no, I don't know. So it looks like for our piles, I told you the Vanity Fairs are not the best for me. We have a pile of bronze. We have some silver, so silver is still good. And we only got one gold one. We only got one gold, so that would be a gold collage. You know what I'm saying? Because then that goes in a folder of like, we want a collage with this sometimes. And then we did get some good, platinum ones up here for my platinum folders. And I do really like the blue. Too bad we're too late. I mean, we could still make a collage. You could still tag them all year long over on Fabulage and say Titanic, Titanic. That one would be pretty cool. The bottom of the ocean and have a scuba diver like scuba diving through it. I have a scuba diver. I just saw him earlier. He's somewhere around here. I don't know. Anyway, it's really fun. So I like this. I like being able to do this, and I think that's kind of the strategy. I'm trying to have some kind of strategy, some kind of plan to where I can come into this where I can keep it interesting at least enough for y'all. And then, I got to kind of get some collages ready, and then you help me build them. Just have a bunch of stuff that's kind of idea-ish and kind of could mix or match, and then do it, put it together. And then we can cut through some magazines, and then I'll try to show off like an interesting magazine at the beginning of each one. This could change, you know what I'm saying? Just like our organizing stuff can change at any time. But I think it's fun. I think it keeps it interesting, and we'll keep mixing it up, because I was trying to do separate streams, like we're just collaging, we're just cutting magazines, we're just organizing. It's like, well, we could do it all in one stream and just go all over the place, and who knows what happens. And then it makes it interesting because we could go down different paths for different things. So I like it. I like it. I'm going to say that this stream was really good, and I really thank y'all for coming by. And Lexi, she thinks she won. She told me she was going to get me back because I sent her a bunch of magazines, and she hit me with the donation link. But that's what happens. You'll see that link now. I'm just going to start promoting it at the top of every stream. I'll just pin that. And the more that I can try to build up this channel, the more I can do this. And so I'm looking forward to that. I know it's a long, hard journey, but I'm willing to put in the work, as you can see from my cutout text right there. I'm willing to put in the work, and I enjoy it. I enjoy hanging out with y'all. She put a note. I just saw that. The note says, gotcha. I just noticed the note. She did get me with that one. But I really, really appreciate it. Everyone who supports the channel, I super duper appreciate it. And I want to show up for y'all as well and make some cool stuff together. And hopefully you enjoy hanging out with me as well. So I should probably go rest my throat, because I got to do it again tomorrow. I don't got to. I get to. See, that's the thing. I don't got to. I get to hang out with y'all. I get to make cool stuff. If you get the chance, come and join me tomorrow. Who knows what we'll create? We'll create something different, but I'm going to go do something else and rest my throat. And I hope y'all have a really good night. Saturday night, don't party too hard because you got to show up tomorrow, 4 p.m. Pacific time, to be specific. I'll see you next time. Oh, it changed. Until next time. Time. Piles.
At Colleen Jacobs
It's coming through. I'm still here.
Said, Piles, I'm cracking up about the chefs. Had fun tonight.
Thanks, Colleen. I really appreciate you. Lexi, I really appreciate you. Everyone else who tuned in, I appreciate you too. If you're seeing this in the archive videos, I'm so thankful for y'all watching and joining the channel. Go check out some shorts. Go check out some of those other videos. Maybe you haven't seen those. I'll keep making more for y'all. But I look forward to seeing you in the future.
Said, bye guys. It was fun, as always.
Bye, Lexi. Y'all have a good night. I will see you next time.